They must have prepared, much like we will have to prepare for the Olympics in Los Angeles in 2028. They knew the mace was coming.
Well, no, you know what I seriously think it is? I texted this to Mace. Gavin Newsom is gaining a lot of steam in the Democratic Party, and I think he realized in politics, Mason and I study a lot of political stuff, and in politics, they look for stuff they can use against you. And if San Francisco didn't get cleaned up, they would say, well, wasn't he the mayor of San Francisco? Look how bad that is. So,
and the lieutenant governor of California,
right?
The governor of California.
So I think somebody in the Democratic Party saw the writing on the wall and said, we got to get this cleaned up.
See, it's like we're like doing a West Wing episode.
Yeah, no, it is.
Are you excited?
I am.
Because it's Thursday and the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland, is on right now.
Now, Chris,
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mace.
Hang around for a second, Chris, because you did something the other day.
Okay.
I didn't tell you I was going to do this.
Were you proud of me or not proud of me?
I can't decide.
Oh.
That's why I want to throw it out. Now, here it is.
What did I do?
Chris did something the other day when I saw him.
Oh.
That is either brilliant multitasking or kind of gross. Okay. You know where I'm going?
No,
I don't.
All right. So I walk into the bathroom here on this.
Oh, yeah, I do remember.
Okay.
No.
And Chris is standing at the urinal taking care of his business.
Talking to Sedano.
While he's on the phone having a full-fledged conversation.
I was.
And you know what? Now, to me, when I go in the bathroom, it's a no-phone zone unless I'm sitting on
I'm not talking on the phone.
Well, I'm not talking because I don't want to. I think it would be rude if the other person heard the toilet flush.
Totally agree.
And I also don't have confidence in my multitasking abilities that I won't drop the phone in the urinal.
Right.
But Chris, you handled it like you'd done it a million times.
So I was about to get in an Uber to head to a valley. It was Monday. It was the July 3rd. I had to get to this party that I wanted to go to.
Nice.
Sedano of calls for the fourth time that day. Yeah. And I'm trying to get out to my Uber. So I was like, I need to use the restroom before I'm in the car for 40 minutes. And I was still on the phone with him. I saw John walk in, and I was like, John's going to see me.
So I didn't know whether or not to bother him.
Right.
Yeah. I just said hi.
Yeah.
But then in a pro move, I told Sedano, hold on, as I washed my hands. You heard me wash my hands.
I don't know. I walked in
and I said, Johnny, have a great holiday.
Yeah.
Back on the phone, out of the bathroom.
So is talking on the phone while you're doing your business smart multitasking or kind of gross?
I find it to be gross. I would be weird because, you also have that echoey bathroom sound.
Sedano doesn't care. He just wants to talk.
Take your laptop in there, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but that only involves Mace.
But I'm not.
It does not involve another person.
I'm not bothering other people.
Bergman,
nobody else.
Kind of gross or brilliant multitasking?
Yeah, I mean, I can't do it. I mean, did you have your AirPods in at least?
No.
No, he was
He had the
handheld.
phone
he had
in
both
your
hands
hand?
working.
So
he had the phone in his left
I know you have some.
Yeah, and the right hand.
And the right hand was taking care of business.
Right. Exactly.
I know you have AirPods.
The hands didn't cross.
Well, wait a minute. Okay, Chris, I have a question though.
Yes.
You continue your conversation. Where'd you put the phone when you pulled your pants up?
Well, my pants weren't down. I was at the urinal.
Right. How'd you get them back on and fastened? With one hand.
Wait a minute. You're not taking your pants down. You just unzip.
Right.
You unzip.
Yeah.
Right.
Now put it back together.
Well, I've got the phone.
Right.
Okay. Here we go.
Yeah.
You're able to do it one-handed.
Yeah,
got the belt refastened one-handed. That's impressive.
I don't think I was. I don't have you unloosen your belt to take a number.
No,
of
course. That's true.
No, of course.
You don't unloosen your belt. You have a zipper.
Oh, Ireland just unloosened
You're on
his belt.
YouTube, John.
You have a zipper.
I hate frickin' YouTube. I can't do anything anymore.
You have a. By the way, you can do it. You have a zipper though. Why would you not use the zipper?
Why
do you take your pants down? What are you like 4?
Yes, I disconnect.
4-year-olds.
I disconnect to give. I need some range.
Yeah. I might need to disconnect too because sometimes you get that zipper.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, also for the first time ever, it was zoomed in on you. I'm just playing. I just took a shot on purpose.
Oh, the fun and games department have been taking it hard today.
Chris, I was impressed nonetheless.
Well, thank you, John.
Can I ask a question about the All-Star celebrity softball game or whatever?
I don't know. Why? What's going on now?
What's that?
No, not yet. Taurean Prince will be with us shortly.
Yes, the great many Lakers joining us on the show today.
Beautiful.
So I am short. I tried to make a starting lineup, and I am short a bat.
You're going to get killed. It doesn't matter what you put in your lineup.
No. Absolutely not. I'm short a bat.
So are you saying the fun and games department screwed this up too?
I heard Lindsay is not actually playing. Is she playing or is she?
Why is Lindsay not playing?
Oh, she is playing.
Well, last that we checked.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why would she not?
Where did you hear that from?
Put her in right field.
Were you on the phone with Sedano?
Emily at catcher.
Where are you playing?
I'm DHing.
Okay, that's smart.
Where did you get this whole Lindsay's not playing?
I think he's
thing?
trying.
I don't know.
He's trying to start a bit.
I heard it on Reddit. No, Reddit. By the way, Reddit.
Wow, really, Mace?
Reddit also told me that Shadano, and somehow I get a Reddit alert in my email. It said
Somehow.
It said Shadano's not playing in the game. I'm like, I texted Shadano. I said, "Are you playing?" There's a rumor on Reddit. He said, "Yes, I am."
There's a rumor on Reddit.
Yeah, rumors come up on Reddit all the time.
So,
and I get them.
But okay.
Yeah. You're a big Reddit guy.
I'm not. I get a lot of intel on the Reddit page. That's why I mention them, because I know they get excited by that.
They do get excited.
Do you have a direct line to penis thumbs?
I do not have a direct line to the king of Reddit, Penis Thumbs.
They're going to enjoy that we started the show like this.
Mason's back. They're talking about Reddit.
Any rumors you got, put them on Reddit.
By the way, we are 8 days away from All-Star Friday night. Next Friday night.
Yep.
It starts at 10 a.m. with a live broadcast. We'll be broadcasting live all day long. And then, of course, as the sun sets on West Covina, Team Mace versus Team Sliwa.
2 in a row.
Be there, the West Covina Sportsplex. You know how we do. This is the event of the summer.
Yes.
It's our third signature event, so be there for All-Star Friday night, presented by our friends at Rotolo Chevrolet and Mike Capozio, Capozio Buick GMC. Right now, we're getting ready, right?
Yeah.
A Laker's going to join us in just a moment.
Yeah, Taurean Prince is going to come on.
Oh, are you ready? You know what you're going to say to him?
I'm going to say hi. What's
Say good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Taurean. Good afternoon. By the way, for Taurean, I don't think we'll play the actual thing for him.
Why not?
I guess we could play the
What
actual
is it?
thing for him. It's that clip of
The rebound thing?
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
It's amazing. Okay, so we'll play it for him.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, we'll play it for him. It's good. It's good.
It might be my favorite answer by an athlete ever.
Brilliant. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
So what else
No,
happened?
it's my second favorite. You know what my first favorite is?
I laid his ass out
Nickel
on a
Roby
Waffle
Coleman.
House frying pan.
When he went on, the greatest thing about having social media, he wasn't even being interviewed.
Yep.
He went home and in front of a pizza, and I think after a long celebration, he went out and explained that a lot of people said, well, that should have been a pass interference thing. And he explained that he laid him out on a Waffle House frying pan.
Genius.
Yeah, that's my
genius.
favorite quote. And then Taurean Prince is his second.
Yeah, it's a good one. We'll play it for him. So what'd you do? What was your 4th of July?
I played golf in the morning.
Nice.
Then I went to the beach for a beach tennis tournament that
Okay.
Lisa was playing in.
Nice. Did she win?
I think she did fine. I think she was like a fill-in.
Okay.
It had like 100 teams. It was it was elaborate. Then I went to a bar and drank, and then I went home.
I had so much trouble drinking over the holiday.
In San Francisco,
In
you
San
had trouble
Francisco.
drinking?
I'd order a drink, then I'd take a sip on the drink. I'd be like, this one doesn't work.
Hey,
and I'd
I'm
give it
just
to
glad you did not get robbed or accosted in San Francisco. You had a good experience overall.
Great experience
Okay.
overall. Yeah.
The hotel was normal?
Hotel was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was the St. Francis.
Yep.
Which is really, really nice. And
It's
Union
what
Square.
they based the TV show Hotel on back in the day.
So can I tell you a little secret? And this may be because of stuff that, San Francisco's awful, all that stuff
Right.
out there. $169 a night
Yeah.
for the St. Francis
Yeah,
in
no,
Union Square.
there's great deals to be had up there because it's for so long it's been bad, but you say it's better now.
Oh, it's honestly, I would say it's spotless now.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's
Good to hear.
spotless.
That's where my first Laker precisseason game is this year.
Oh,
on
nice.
October
and you
7th.
stay in the Union Square area,
right there. Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Fisherman's Wharf is a circus. It's like going to a carnival now. I don't even want to go back to Fisherman's Wharf. Do you ever go?
Yeah, it's always been a little like that.
Yeah.
It's always been very touristy.
Like there are a couple of great restaurants there. Like Aliota's is great
Mm-hmm.
there. The Italian restaurant. So let me tell. Since we're waiting, are we gonna?
So he's
break
going to
and
call in
then-
about 5 to 6 minutes. So if you want to tell your story or break real fast and then tell your story.
Okay, Taurean Prince coming up next for you. We anticipate, and also, did I really eat at the oldest restaurant in America? That's coming up next for you. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
There's nothing. This Saturday, July 8th, Jada Toys returns to the automotive scene with the event of the summer. Jada Toys presents Homecoming. Homecoming is a celebration of car culture, exhibiting show-stopping vehicles. Taking place at Ancillary Studios in Costa Mesa this Saturday, July 8th from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Jada Toys will debut a new line of die-cast vehicles. This event is free, so join the ESPN LA team at Ancillary Studios in Costa Mesa this Saturday, July 8th between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m.
Hey, it's Travis here. Don't forget, you're going to want to go to ESPNLA.com and nominate a local high school junior or senior for a chance to win $250 in cash plus a VIP experience at our All-Star Friday night coming up in a couple of weeks. You only got a couple of more days to do it. Nominations close on Friday. You still have a chance to get $250 into the pocket of a kid that's doing well in school, doing well in the community as well. That, of course, is from our pals at Rotolo Chevrolet and Capozio Buick GMC. ESPNLA.com. Go nominate your kid. Get them $250 and an experience that they'll remember for the rest of their lives.
Travis and Sliwa, and Sonato and Cap. Mason and Ireland continues now.
Live imaging Thursday, so you got recorded there and live.
Yes, this is my play-up song for the softball game next
All-Star
week.
Friday
Off,
night.
not playoff.
What?
Did I say play-up?
Oh, playoff.
Play off.
Next Friday
know what
night,
you're saying,
the West
Maury.
Covina Sportsplex.
No idea.
All-Star Friday night. Don't miss it. You'll see all the action. An odd thing happened. I'll give this to you quickly because I know we're waiting on a great Laker to join us. You and John have been working together. How long have you known each other?
We
30
met
years.
we met in 1994.
So, yeah.
30 years.
Yeah. And John just asked Mace when his birthday is. Like, oh, isn't your birthday March 23rd?
He knew
Yeah.
it.
But that was just weird.
Why?
Don't you know John's birthday?
Yeah, June the...
No.
I'm sorry, July the...
Never mind. Point proved.
9th.
Well, yeah, but guys
Come
July
on,
the 9th.
Mace.
guys
July
don't
the 11th.
guys don't
15,
do birthdays.
15.
Yeah.
July 15th.
Yeah.
I know
So I was on my fourth guess.
But I know my best friend's birthdays.
Do you?
Yeah.
John's not my best friend.
I don't. Yeah. I mean, wait, so wait, how does that compare?
I know John.
Well, you
He's-
fell right into the
he
bit.
is
Thank you.
a
Yeah.
friend. He's not my best friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I was asking.
That's
I have the same birthday, by the way, as Damian Lillard. He's much younger than me.
A little bit younger.
Yeah.
That's okay.
You have the same birthday as producer Laura, too.
That's
yeah.
true.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
Producer Laura.
Laura's on July 15th.
Yeah.
There's a great Sedano and Cap bonding dinner last night, and we went to the Sparks game.
How was that?
It was great.
Yeah, where'd you guys go to eat?
Sol Agave downstairs, which I had been
Nice.
at for a lunch with Greg and Sliwa. So I got a lot of Sol Agave in my system.
You're
have
regular,
some,
is what you're saying.
What about some tequila mandala?
I had Sedano, Shina. We had tequila mandala after
Nice.
dinner,
Excellent.
and then went to the Sparks game as a group.
And who won?
The Sparks did not win.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they've lost 4 in a row.
It was not a
Who-
great effort by them.
Who won? The Aces?
The
No,
team
the
that
Aces,
they were playing.
The Aces are a super
I believe
team.
they were playing
Yeah.
Phoenix last night.
Phoenix. The Blazers,
The
right?
W-
The Phoenix Fire. Phoenix.
Mason and Ireland continues right now.
The Phoenix. What is it?
All I know,
Zephyrs. The Phoenix Zephyrs.
Oh, is that it?
No,
All
I
I
have
know
no
is
idea.
that Matt Ishbia fired the coaches. He fired all the coaches.
Yeah.
He came. He fired all the men. The Suns coaches fired all
Yeah.
the.
I want my guys.
Is that what they're called? The Zephyrs?
I am totally making that up. What is the nickname for the Phoenix?
Mercury.
The Mercury.
Well, the
Look at it.
Suns
See
and
that
the
right off the
Mercury.
top of the head.
But the Zephyrs would be a great nickname.
I think there
You
is a
gotta
team
admit.
called the Zephyrs.
Yeah, it seems
in
like
the
maybe
league.
it's a.
So
minor
you guys
league
were talking about
baseball league?
birthdays. Do you know you've been working with all of us for
Yeah.
a long time now? It's been a very long time. When is Jorge's birthday?
Jorge's
I'll give you
birthday,
10,000 mythical dollars if you guess it.
November 1st.
Oh,
You're actually
so
not far
close.
off, but you're
Okay.
wrong.
October 30th.
Nah,
No,
man.
no, I know it.
When
Yeah,
is
because
it?
you looked it up.
No, I know it. It's November 29th.
That's right.
I know everybody's
see,
birthday.
I got the right month.
I was
Good.
I was
Good.
off by almost 1 month
month
exactly. I should
exactly.
get something for
Yeah,
that
I should get something.
Do you have
No.
any idea when my birthday is?
Yes.
today.
No.
April 19th.
No.
August 12th.
You're close, but no.
What is it?
Jorge, do you have any idea?
It's in March,
Nope.
January.
September 1st.
I say
Morales'
August 12th.
birthday?
He says
September
you're
19th.
Close,
I know
and-
everybody's birthday
and
around
Jorge
here.
says March.
So here's the quiz. Ready? Ask us those birthdays at the end of the show and see if we can get them then.
Zero chance. I think John might remember.
All right, so wait a minute. Jorge is November 29th.
29th.
You are August what, Greg?
September 1st.
September 1st.
Oh, come on. I was right there. All right.
September 1st.
All right, so let me see. I don't have a lot of confidence I'll remember those things, but I'm going to try.
November 29, November.
Okay.
Do you know
29,
Pepe's
November
birthday? He's
29.
going to be here later.
No, don't know.
I don't know it either, but I.
Michael's is January 30th.
Yeah, I have no facility to remember birthday. Like, I remember Juan's. I remember my mom's. I remember my dad's and my brother's. But beyond that, I don't think I've got the bandwidth to remember other people's birthdays.
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten Juan's birthday wrong?
Never.
Have you ever gotten
no.
Lisa's birthday wrong?
Not wrong. I have under-delivered on her birthday, which did not go well for me.
It's easy, by the way, with Juan because it's not just November 23rd. It is the entire month of November.
Well, that's how Lisa is. And it's not just the month, it's the year.
The year?
Yeah.
The whole year
Yeah,
is about the birthday.
it's ridiculous.
Yeah. All right, so we're waiting for Taurean Prince.
Yeah, what's the story about did you eat at the oldest restaurant ever?
So there's a restaurant in San Francisco called Tadich Grill, Tatich. They claim to be the first restaurant or the oldest restaurant in all of America. Now, do you think that's possible, or is that like world's greatest burgers? You know, when you see that on a side
Not
of
possible, because think about the way the country was developed. You know, the gold rush happened in the middle of the 1800s when
Right,
everybody
sure.
came out west. There were, in the 1700s, there were restaurants in Boston.
But did they last? Is the question. In other words, the oldest existing
Yeah, there's got to
restaurant.
be someplace in Boston, New York, D.C.
Bergman, look that up.
That's
See
been
if
around forever.
Tadich Grill is the oldest restaurant in America. Tatich.
Oldest restaurant
It sounds like something. You know how there's always
in America.
World's greatest pizza.
The White Horse Tavern
Oh.
is a National Historic Landmark, being America's oldest restaurant, having served guests in 1673.
1673.
What city is it in?
You're probably right. It's got to be New York, Boston.
The White Horse Tavern,
Rhode Island.
Newport, Rhode
Yeah,
Island.
so
Newport,
it's
Rhode
where
Island.
the country started, back east. It was one of the original
true.
13 states.
What was it? What was the restaurant you said?
Tadich. Tatich.
Yeah, they sold you a bag of hooey, is what they did.
Tadich Grill.
I don't even think Tadich Grill. I don't even think it's
Oldest
a real thing.
continuously run restaurant in California.
California. Now that's a different story.
Okay. It was very good. I liked it.
Yeah, the food in San Francisco is normally really good.
Are you on the Twitter killer yet?
What's that?
Threads?
No, what is it?
Really? Are you on it? Did you get on it, Bergman?
If you have an Instagram, you're on it.
Yeah. So
Yeah, well, I'm not on Instagram.
So they've launched a new Twitter
competitor.
This is Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, everything that's owned by Meta.
Mark Zuckerberg. Right.
They've launched a thing today called Threads, which is a Twitter. I mean, it's basically a Twitter clone.
Okay.
And they had 10 million people join in the first 30 minutes of the launch. Now, I heard M talking about it. Bergman, are you going to get on Threads?
So I have it on here. I just haven't. I mean, I downloaded it.
I downloaded the app. I just haven't done anything with it yet.
Look, I got enough headspace for one social media.
I know, but is Twitter...
If it dies, I'll move.
Is Twitter going to die?
Seems like it.
I would have said a year ago, no way, too big to fail. But they did something this week where it made Twitter.
Oh, you're talking about the throttling thing?
Yeah, and I was just said, all right, I think I'm done.
I have no idea what they're thinking. In other words, if you don't pay, you're limited to what? 500 tweets a day?
My
Six.
search did.
600?
My search feature didn't work, and I think if somebody comes up with a user-friendly competitor, I think that it's got a real chance.
And apparently the only way Twitter makes it is if they get money out of you somehow. So in other words, if you are not a member, if you didn't pay for Twitter Blue, then you can only see, is it 600 tweets a day?
600
you're cut
tweets. That's what it. But it hasn't happened. It only happened on Saturday.
Okay.
So that all happened on Saturday, and then I haven't seen anything about the rate limit since that.
But Ireland, we have. Oh, another thing, they're not going to allow TweetDeck anymore.
They're getting rid of it?
Twitter is killing TweetDeck.
What did I send
they
you?
announced,
They announced it's not
because
gonna
I'm already
exist
having
anymore.
trouble with my TweetDeck.
TweetDeck is not going to exist anymore.
I sent you something, Ireland, about TweetDeck. What did you ever look into that?
They issued a new TweetDeck that I'm trying now, but it's not as user friendly as the old TweetDeck, and the search function never works.
Yeah.
So the new one is working, but it doesn't. The search function doesn't work.
So what's Twitter Blue? What is that?
So you pay them money to have like more
To
features.
see more tweets.
So the thing about Threads is there's a couple things that since there's not a lot of people on it,
Right.
you cannot actually you don't get the people that you follow in chronological order. So it goes by whatever algorithm Threads wants it to be. And then the other thing is that if you decide that you want to delete your actual Threads account, like you don't want to do it anymore, you have to delete your Instagram account as well. They're connected like that so that if the only way to get rid of Threads once you download it is deleting Instagram also.
But why would you want to delete it?
Because if you don't want to use it anymore. Oh, Torian's calling.
Oh, Taurean's calling.
Yeah, it seems to me that Twitter's in trouble.
Yeah, Twitter is definitely in trouble. And I'm going to do this Threads thing.
Well, why not? What the heck difference does it make if especially if Twitter's giving you trouble? Why not try Threads?
Yeah, exactly.
It makes perfect sense. It seems to me that Twitter's ripe to get beat.
Yeah.
All the stuff they're doing
Seems like it is. And Zuckerberg's definitely got it going on. All right, joining us right now, brand new member of the Los Angeles Lakers, Taurean Prince is on the line. Taurean, thanks a lot for coming on, man. How are you?
Hey, what's up, man? I'm good. Yourself?
Oh, we're great, Taurean. It's a pleasure to welcome you to the team, man. I think the Lakers stole you. I've followed your career since you came out of Baylor. I can't believe they were able to get you. Are you surprised that the Lakers were able to kind of snoop in and swipe you away from the rest of the league? Or is this something that when you became a free agent, when the Wolves didn't pick up your option, that you thought, hey, I'd love to do that? Tell me how it all came together.
Yeah, it was about a day and a half prior to me knowing that I would be waived, so I didn't really have that intel until the day of, and then so I became a free agent, and then Lakers were one of the first teams to call and look at the availability of me and see where I was. So I just felt like that was the best situation moving forward. It happened all within 2 or 3 days span, so everything was pretty quick. So now that good opportunity, though.
Now that you've arrived, have you had a chance to talk to LeBron yet? Has he reached out to you?
No, not yet. I'm sure I'll speak frequently with him when everything gets rolling.
Right. So, Taurean, you've played against LeBron your entire career.
Right.
You basically came out of Baylor in 2016. LeBron was well entrenched in the league. Has it hit you yet that you no longer have to defend him, that now he's on your team and you don't have to worry about him?
I don't think that's something that will hit me, but it does make my job a little bit easier.
Now, they're going to – I'm sure you've talked to Darvin Ham about this already, and Darvin has told you that if you're going to stay on the court for him, you got to defend. He doesn't like players that get played off the court defensively. How does that match up with the way you like to play?
I think it's perfect. That's my mindset as well, taking pride in the person in front of me, not only with the best player on the court or anybody I'm guarding. If it's a shooter running off screens or it's a point guard, I got to rumble them up on pick and rolls. It's just whatever it takes to try to get the dub in that moment.
So I'm going to bring up something that's probably a sore spot, but there's a reason I'm doing it. You were in the NCAA tournament with Baylor, and you guys were stunned by Yale in that game. Afterwards, there was a press conference.
Oh, this is so great.
This is what you said, because I want to get your reaction and your thoughts.
They
on
asked you about rebounding, I think. Yeah.
How does Yale out-rebound Baylor?
You go up and grab the ball off the rim when it comes off, and then you grab it with two hands, and you come down with it, and that's considered a rebound. So they got more of those than we did.
Taurean, that's my second favorite answer ever by an athlete. Did you just think it was a dumb question and you had just lost a game you thought you were going to win and it just popped into your head? Or tell us about that day.
No, we woke up early, obviously, NCAA tournament. We play Yale, and then we don't even get to go we lose. We don't even get to go back to the locker room to kind of decompress a little bit. They asked us to come straight to the press conference. So it was a mix of emotions right there. If I had some time to decompress, the answer probably would have been different.
I'm glad it wasn't.
It happened how it happened. So,
So are you a bit of a smartass?
Who is it?
Who is it? Exactly. I make my living as a smartass, man.
Who is it? In a way, you got to have some type of flirt to you.
Exactly. Well, listen, Taurean, congratulations. You have arrived as a member of the Los Angeles Lakers. We appreciate you coming on, man. Congratulations.
I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all so much.
All right, man. Taurean, have a great day. Great to have you here.
There's Taurean Prince. I love that answer.
Yeah.
They got more of those than we did.
And you go up and grab it with two hands, and that counts as a rebound.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, coming up next, going to spin the wheel of questions. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, if you listen to this show, if you follow me in general, you've heard me talk about Terranea, a luxury resort like no other. I like to say going to Terranea is like going to Hawaii without getting on a plane. As a matter of fact, somebody tweeted me over the weekend that they were camped out at Terranea, and I retweeted it, and about 20 people responded to that, like, where is this place? How do I get there? What do you do? Well, it's located on 102 acres of the Palos Verdes Peninsula. It's where the old marine land used to be, and it is spectacular. You can see dolphins and whales swimming from your hotel room. They have all sorts of different levels of accommodations. You want a bungalow, a casita, a villa, they've got them all. They have 8 different dining experiences, an oceanfront spa, an award-winning golf course, 4 swimming pools. The one piece of advice I'd give you is just have somebody drop you off at Terranea because you're not going to need your car once you get there. You'll never leave the resort. You can kayak, stand-up paddleboard, guided hikes. You can meet the falconer. Mason's a falconer. Yeah. Art classes. It's fantastic. Trust me on this. And Ralph Grippo, the guy who runs Terranea, is my favorite hotel executive of all time. If you don't have a good time, Ralph will not rest until you do. Go check out Terranea on their website, terranea.com. Terranea, terranea.com.
Hey, it's Travis here. Don't forget, you're going to want to go to ESPNLA.com and nominate a local high school junior or senior for a chance to win $250 in cash plus a VIP experience at our All-Star Friday night coming up in a couple of weeks. You only got a couple of more days to do it. Nominations close on Friday. You still have a chance to get $250 into the pocket of a kid that's doing well in school, doing well in the community as well. That, of course, is from our pals at Rotolo Chevrolet and Capozio Buick GMC. ESPNLA.com. Go nominate your kid. Get them $250 and an experience that they'll remember for the rest of their lives.
This Saturday, July 8th, Jada Toys returns to the automotive scene with the event of the summer. Jada Toys
of car culture, where they will be having life-size vehicles of their new line, Pink Slips. And here's the thing. If you come on out, Press the Flesh, Saturday, 4 to 7 p.m. at Ancillary Studios in Costa Mesa, 10 ESPN LA winners are going to have a chance to be the first people ever to have these never-before-released Pink Slips, which will not be available to the public until August. So Saturday, be out there, Ancillary Studios, 4 to 7 p.m. in the city of Costa Mesa. More information at ESPNLA.com.
Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind.
in front of 2 p.m. Mason and Ireland on a live imaging Thursday.
This is for Twitter.
Oh, come on. But you guys haven't even set up threads yet.
Yeah,
I've got a thread.
I've got a thread.
Do you?
I just set it up, yeah.
Did you thread me yet?
I haven't threaded yet. Is that what you say? You threaded?
I'm going to thread all over the place.
I rethread? Is that what you say? Rethread?
No.
Yeah, what would it be called?
I don't
retweet?
know.
Yeah,
it's a retweet.
It's a retweet. It's a thread and a retweet.
Do you slide in DMs on thread?
Yes. I'm sure you can.
Like a
slide
direct
into
thread?
DMs. It's based on Instagram, so you can slide into Instagram DMs. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to slide into.
Chris, have you ever dated anyone that the relationship started via DM?
I don't know, Greg. Have I?
That's up for you to say yourself.
I wouldn't say dated, but gotten to know.
Hooked up with.
I wouldn't even know about that. I've met people through the DMs.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with that. You know what else is nothing wrong with?
What is not?
It's time for Wheel of Questions.
Excellent.
Producer Jorge, spin that wheel, Jack.
All right, this question comes. Actually, it was one of Emily's Factor Cap questions today about going.
You're just stealing Factor Cap questions?
Going on natural. Sometimes I put questions on the wheel that come from other places.
Okay.
I'm repurposing. So she talked about a place where it was clothing optional.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to know from you guys if you would ever or have ever gone to a place that is clothing optional.
All right, so there's a good story about this. I once went to a very exclusive hotel in Lake Como, Italy.
Yeah, sure.
Ooh.
And
For the table.
We go down to the pool. And Lisa and I are sitting on 2 lounge chairs.
Yep.
Overlooking the pool.
Yep.
And a family comes down, kind of a young family.
Yeah.
Parents were in their 30s.
Yeah.
And they have 2, kids, maybe 8 and 6, and the kids jump in the pool. The wife takes the chair next to me and takes her top off like it's nothing.
This is like, what a perfect day for John Ireland.
European sunbathing.
And I looked at Lisa and I said, "You ever hear the phrase when in Rome?" And she looks at me and she goes, "No." I go, "Well, we're in Italy. When in Rome, do as the Romans do." She looked at me, she goes, "Zero chance."
Zero chance.
Yeah, she would not partake in that tradition. I was a little upset.
Did you unchief?
I did not, but he didn't either. Just the girl did.
Did you ever go to a clothing optional place or a clothing optional beach or anything like that? You yourself?
I have never been to one, no.
Okay.
I would have no hesitation.
Morales, which was your favorite experience?
I think Steve Mason's house on a Thursday night.
In the hot tub.
Well, you do have the Mace. You do have the anything goes corner at
There
your
is.
parties.
That doesn't go.
I'll unchief.
Yeah, not necessary. And you're not invited tonight. Tonight is not your night.
Tonight's not unchiefing night.
Tonight's not your night at the jacuzzi. It's just not happening.
But I don't have a problem with it. I believe my answer to the Factor Cap question was, I'll go no trunks, homeboy.
Yeah, but have you ever?
No, I've never been to one of those
Okay,
places.
all right. Bergman, have you been to or would you go to a clothing optional place?
I have never been to one, but now at this point in my life, yes, 100% I would go.
Okay.
Yeah, Michael says he's been to one, but he's
Michael
not
has been
actually
to-
in yet.
Oh, yeah, no, we haven't
played
played the crash. Yeah, play the crash, and then Michael can tell the
He needs to
story
explain
about
himself. Go
walking
ahead,
around
Jorge.
naked at a club. There he is!
But Jorge, go ahead.
Jorge, what about you?
No, I haven't been to those places. But isn't there a topless place in Vegas? I think at the Wynn. I think
Is there a topless place in Vegas?
Yeah,
I don't know.
There's a topless. When I
I know Michael and I will be going for the new in-season tournament.
That's right. the
So
in-season
we can
tournament.
investigate.
Yeah. Now, Michael, you strike me. Michael Thompson is here. You strike me as somebody who's been to a clothing optional place. Have you? Every time you go to the Bahamas.
You have to understand, I have a private beach.
No.
So I can
Yeah,
take
but
my-
so do you go all natural at the private beach?
Ain't nobody around.
So you
Will Julie go with you, or is she like too embarrassed to go with you?
She won't do it, but when I'm there by herself, I'll definitely do it because I'm on my own private beach. Ain't nobody there. So if you come on my beach, it's up to you.
Yeah. So I have been to.
Does that count?
I have not
Not
really
really, gotta be a
private
public
beach.
one.
Like
Mace wants the public.
the public
No,
part
I
of
ain't
it.
doing all that.
So-
Unchiefing in front of somebody else.
So I go to a place called Esalen Institute up at Big Sur. It is clothing
wait a minute,
optional.
isn't that where John Hamm ended Mad Men?
It is. It is. Bill Walton hung out there. Pete Carroll hung
Sounds
out
like a
there.
Bill Walton
you go
kind
all
of place.
natural?
I go all natural. Sure.
Do you look around?
Everybody is nah.
Well, you gotta look.
It's not.
Do you
It's
put
not.
on? Do you put on blinders?
No, but it's not.
you look
It's
around?
just not like
Come
that.
on.
It's not like that. When
it's
when
human
everybody is
nature.
not wearing clothes, it's not. It's like going to the
You don't
gym.
take
It's
a
not
peek.
really. No, I don't. I do not.
You're saying if tonight I was in your backyard, nude, walking
I
around,
would.
you
I
would look?
would look for a weapon if you were in my backyard tonight.
Everybody takes a peek, right? Don't they, Chris?
Yeah.
Come on, mate.
That's the whole point.
What
of
are you,
it.
as Pepe was there, are you a robot?
Yeah, no, I don't think it's necessary, but I do recommend it. It's very freeing. It's very liberating. It feels very good.
Feels good to swim nude.
Interesting, though. The people that do go to clothing optional places generally are not the people that you want to see without their clothing.
Right, they're unattractive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are the people you don't want to peek at.
And you got to be careful of hungry fish if you're swimming around.
Oh, sure, hungry fish. You got to watch out.
Does it have to be a place, or can you go just like skinny dipping in the ocean?
Well, the idea is, are there people around?
Yeah, I mean, if you go skinny dipping in the ocean, there's people around.
So you've done it.
Yeah, I've done skinny dipping.
At night or
yeah,
daytime?
At night, yeah. During the
nobody
day.
can see at night.
Nobody can see at night. The idea is, can you
Well,
walk
no, if you're
around
running
in
around
a
the
joint?
beach, you can absolutely be seen if you're on the beach.
Yeah, I could easily become a nudist.
You could?
That's not a
totally
shock.
become a nudist.
That wasn't a big statement.
Clothing is optional at our house all the time.
But you go to all these exotic places. Don't
Yes.
you go nude in some of the beaches?
No, not really. I'm not. The places I go don't necessarily have nude beach. They have European sunbathing, like John's.
Yeah.
Wild
Well, that's
by.
that's no big. You see that in the Bahamas.
Yeah, that's no big. There's a big movement in Venice to allow women to go topless at the beach.
Aren't you? You're going to the Bahamas this summer, right?
Yeah, a couple weeks.
Is Trudell going down there?
Yep, he'll be there a week before I get there.
So Trudell
I timed it perfectly.
So Trudell is staying on your dime. Is he staying at your place?
Yep, I hooked it up for him. He's staying at a Baja Mar resort, so it's sort of like a
that's a nice resort.
like a beautiful water park for his kids. So it'll be a great time for him.
Oh, nice, man, nice. You've never offered to hook me and one up.
Well, let's see, Baja Mar. You're more of a private beach. You would stay at the Ocean Club where I stay if you went down there.
Oh,
it's
is that
more,
right?
It's more private, even though the Atlantis
kids at the Baja Mar.
Oh yeah, I
would
can't
drive
deal with
you
I
off.
can't deal with the kids.
Yeah, the Ocean Club is more private. That'll be perfect for you and Julio.
Yeah, the adult pool
Jesus,
is what I'm looking
Josecito,
for.
whatever his
Adult
name is.
pool, those two words.
One of my favorite Michael Thompson bits of all time.
Yeah.
Is the different names he uses for one.
Yeah,
it really is. I laugh every time.
Yeah,
Well, if you're
know
gonna make
you
him a
do.
Latin lover, you got to make it at least cool.
Yeah, no, Juan is cool.
Juan, Julio, Jose.
Yeah, no, very cool, very cool. So I haven't talked to you guys since the Lakers made all these moves. I didn't listen. I personally think I'm amazed at the job that Rob Pelinka has done as of maintaining continuity while adding some key pieces. I think this is a really great-looking roster.
It is. The main thing, Michael, and you and I talk about this a lot, is AD and LeBron have to stay healthy. It's the whole
sure.
ballgame.
It's the game.
If those guys stay healthy, they are positioned.
How many games they got to play?
65.
65.
If they play 65 each, I think that the Lakers are in really good shape.
Yeah, yeah. All right, speaking of one of the reasons they're in good shape, Rui Hachimura, who re-signed with the Lakers at the deadline, he's going to join us coming up next. Plus, 2 o'clock call of the day, 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-ESPN. So we got Rui and call of the day coming up next. Mason, Ireland. Michael Thompson hanging out, 710 ESPN.
You never...
This Saturday, July 8th, Jada Toys returns to the automotive scene with the event of the summer. Jada Toys presents Homecoming. Homecoming is a celebration of car culture, exhibiting show-stopping vehicles. Taking place at Ancillary Studios in Costa Mesa this Saturday, July 8th from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Jada Toys will debut a new line of die-cast vehicles. This event is free, so join the ESPN LA team at Ancillary Studios in Costa Mesa this Saturday, July 8th between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m.
All right, we did this yesterday. We do it again. Combat poker at the Commerce Casino. You got to be a part of this. So it's free to enter. the top 18 advance to the second round. I'd probably be top 300, but that's okay. That's just me. Top 18 advance to the second round. Chance to win $10,000. All you got to do is go to ESPNLA.com. That's ESPNLA.com. Make sure to enter.
A good karma brands radio station.
It is a live imaging Thursday. What are we going to the end of the road? Is this for Twitter again?
Hey,
because of Threads?
I didn't know you were going live.
Oh, I thought we were going live. It's a live imaging Thursday on Mason and Ireland. In moments, we'll be joined by another great Laker. Michael Thompson's here, a great Laker.
Yes.
Me and Rui have something in common.
That's true.
Foreign nationals?
Well,
No, this is a true story, what he's about to say.
Oh,
Yeah,
is that the right term, foreign national?
Yeah,
or
that's-
is it?
that
It's
works.
acceptable.
I
But
don't
listen to this.
Okay.
Rui and I have the most points scored off the bench in a playoff game for a Laker. 20,
That's right.
Oh,
that's right. He tied
29,
you, yeah.
29 or 27,
Yeah, and
29.
it happened in Memphis,
Yeah.
and I don't know who came up with this. It was probably Mitch Heckert. Might have been Abigail Field, who travels with us and is a photographer, but went and took a picture of Rui and Michael the next day.
Oh,
and
nice.
They said, "This is the Lakers." Put it out on Twitter. They said, "This is it. The two guys who now hold the record jointly, 29 points off the bench in a playoff game."
Take that, Michael Cooper.
Now, are you relieved that he didn't break your record?
No, not really. If anybody's going to break it, I was glad it was another foreigner.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
We are 8 days away from All-Star Friday night. Next Friday night, the West Covina Sportsplex. It starts at 10 a.m., broadcast all day long, and, of course, around 7 o'clock. The fun and frivolity will begin. Team Mace versus Team Sliwa. Who you picking, Michael?
Oh, definitely Team
Mace.
Team
Sliwa is going to
They're loaded.
destroy.
It is so
Team
wrong.
Imagine
You
if
guys are
Team
so
Sliwa
wrong.
wins Host of the Year at the Mandy's, takes that right out of your hands, and then beats you at softball.
I will congratulate him.
There's a 10-run rule, I hope.
Yeah, is there a 10-run rule, Chris?
No,
I don't think so.
No, we're going.
They need to be after 3
We got to
innings.
put on a show.
Exactly.
No, we got to put on a show for the people.
Absolutely right. So be there. Thanks to our friend Henrik at Barbecues Galore. Barbecues Galore. Not a barbecue aisle, a barbecue store. And I believe Henrik's bringing another barbecue to
No
give away.
way.
I believe so.
Nice.
So be there in West Covina, the West Covina Sportsplex.
Henrik is the best.
Next Friday night.
Yes.
Very exciting.
This is where I throw back to you. Take it away, Mace.
All right. Is it National ham and cheese sandwich day?
I don't
What
know.
is
I
it?
haven't looked at the national.
Or is it
days yet.
National Pink Shirt Day? I like that shirt.
Is this pink? Well, white pink, yeah.
National White Chocolate Day? Anything?
Did you get chocolate while you were in San Francisco? Or
National
did you go to
Raspberry
Ghirardelli?
Day?
Yeah,
Oh, I
you go
did go to Ghirardelli Square.
Was it clean and safe?
It was clean.
No homeless on
No.
there or anything? No
I-
Yeah,
people?
he said,
Michael.
he said the experience was
It's
not
the
anything like we
weirdest thing.
prepared him for.
I was expecting awful,
Yeah.
and it's the opposite. It was like Union Square was spotless.
Wow.
There was not a homeless person to be
and
seen.
he actually saw law enforcement officials. We haven't seen any in 2 years.
There was a paddy wagon parked right on
that.
Union Square.
So they cleaned up the city.
They
huh?
have cleaned up the city, at least where I was. Yeah. All right. 2 o'clock call. How's the 2 o'clock call of the day been?
Okay.
Yeah, it's been okay.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, we'll
It
take.
may be Hachimura, maybe
No,
our 2
maybe
o'clock
our
call of the
2
day. He's
o'clock
calling
call of the
right
day.
at 2 o'clock.
Excellent.
I thought Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura were priority 1 and 1A. I think that those two guys kind of, once they got those two guys, I thought, okay, now everything else is gravy. But I thought those two guys were the kind of the whole ball game with the Laker offseason. If they could get those two guys, and Rui is nice enough to join us now. Rui, congratulations, man. Really happy you're back. How are you?
Thank you. Yes, I'm back. Thank you. I'm so excited.
All right, so I don't even know if you know this, but you know your numbers went up across the board once the playoffs started. You were the only player in the playoff to shoot 55% from the field, 48% from three, and 88% from the line. I have a theory, Rui, and I want you to tell me if I'm right. I think that you got to the Lakers, you felt wanted, you started working with Phil Handy, and I think you were always talented, but I think your confidence went through the roof. It just seemed to me as I watched you play and I called those games that you not only wanted the ball, but when you caught it, you were expecting everything to go in. Am I right?
Yeah, for sure. No, for sure. I just thought, like, when I got actually traded, I was thinking, okay, this is a good opportunity, for me. I had it in me, I just had it in me, but it wasn't like it was different opportunity when I was in Wizards, So when I came to Lakers, I knew because the Lakers like one of the biggest, team in the NBA, and then playing with the LeBron, AD. So I was thinking, okay, this is my time, actually. This is going to be the time for me to shine. So, and especially in the playoffs, those big games, I actually like those big moments. When I'm in big moments, I get more confidence. I feel more I can be myself, and I can just play my game. So that's why, I was just waiting for the moment.
Rui, were you always going to be a Laker, or was there a chance you were going to leave? What was that whole process like?
No, I always wanted to stay, but it's always like come out to my agent, the business side too. It depends on how we do, but I told him this is my first option, and I don't have a second option. That's what I told him.
Right.
Rui, this is your fellow record holder here off the bench, Michael Thompson. And Rui, you had a great season with the Lakers, but in that Denver series, what did you guys learn, or that was your first time in the spotlight like that as a playoff player. What did you take from that experience? Like I just told you, but just like if it's a big moment, I feel like it's all the same to me. I've been through a lot of big moments. I know it's a different level, but when I was in high school, when I was in college, when I was in Wizards, whatever, I just I just love being in big moments. I just feel more confident. I can feel myself, and I just think, I get more motivated, So yeah, I was just took as a good opportunity, and I just did it. Rui, you are a man who's always in shape. You don't have to worry about being overweight or anything like that. But when you watch LeBron James at 38, almost 39 years of age now, and the physical condition he keeps himself in, and I always encourage young guys to do this too. They never take me up on it. Maybe they do, but I just don't know about it. Do you guys talk to LeBron about what his secret is, and as far as staying in shape and being able to play at such a high level?
No, I always actually, I watched him only a couple months, but just watching him, how he take care of the body, everywhere, everywhere he goes, he's taking care of his body, no matter what, in the meeting, on the plane, just walking around, the practice, at the game, before the game, after the game, it's like everything he does is for the body, his body, just how he eats, what he has, and his body, everything. So just the little thing, those kind of stuff to help him, long career, and on that level, staying in that level. So I just got to, take that from him.
We're talking to Rui Hachimura, who has re-signed with the Lakers after being traded here in the middle of last season and playing so well. All right, Rui, let's get to the important stuff. 8 months ago, I got a Labradoodle named Murphy, and we're training him. But, man, he is a ball of energy. If I don't give him something to chew, he chews up all my TV remotes. I understand that you have a doodle. Tell me about your doodle and tell me how it's going so far. How old is your doodle?
Okay, my golden doodle. He's a golden doodle.
Yeah.
He's 2 years old, and he actually came from. I took him from South Dakota. He's from countryside,
Yeah.
I found him online, and the next day I don't know. I fell in love with him, and the next day I flew my assistant to South Dakota, and I took him.
How's it going so far?
Good. It's been great. He's just a good dog. He loves humans. He always want to do something. But, I think it's just the dog is like a little kid. So, just got to discipline a little bit. It's just when you teach him, when you were young, they was young and they never was fuck it up, anything like that, do bad things, nothing. So just got to, discipline, and then we're going to be fine.
Rui, what's your doodle's name? And is it true that he got a Lakers jersey today?
Yes, he has. Yeah, his name is Jake. Yeah, he
Jake.
has my jersey. Yeah, he has my jersey is 28, and they say Rui.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
All right, we look forward to meeting Jake one day. All right. Hey, so Rib, the other thing that you and I have in common is I go to Spokane a lot. My wife's from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, so we go up there.
Oh my God, I love it. I missed it.
Yeah. So how did Gonzaga get you? How do they get all these great players? You were a first-team All-American at Gonzaga, and the program that Mark Few has going up there. Spokane is a beautiful city, but it's a small town, and I can't figure out how the Zags keep getting all these great players. How did they get you, and why do you think they have such great success up there?
Gonzaga is like, very, you just said small, but also it's a good and a bad things, because that city is small, so the basketball, Gonzaga is like literally the number one thing over there.
Right.
So like, when you were from college, we really get treated as like a professional athlete. So like when we becoming like NBA or we got a professional, we already have like experience. So it's easy for us to, do this transition. So, like, for me, it's just, like, being at Gonzaga, just with the guys, like, the guys like Domas Sabonis, and those guys, like, international, and he came to States and, like, go to college. Like, those, like, I had, a role model, like, they've been through, like, same thing as me. So, like, the school had, the Coach Few, stuff from Coach Few, Coach Tommy Lloyd, now in Arizona.
Right.
They had a good program. They had a plan for me. Like, it's a 3 years plan. It's like the first year is this, second year this, and the third year I'm going to NBA. Like, we already had a plan, everything, and all worked out. He planned it out. So, like, it was just, how the way that they do is, like, very, like, professional.
Rui Hachimura from the Lakers is with us. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN. So this is Wikipedia, so it could be wrong. You'll tell me that your name, Rui, translates as base or fortress, and that's because your grandfather was a big baseball fan. Is that right?
Yeah, no, that's true, yeah.
So what did your grandfather, is your grandfather still with us?
No, he passed away. He passed out like a long time ago.
Did he ever get to see you play in the NBA?
No, he passed out like a long time ago, like 10, 20,
oh, okay.
12 years.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Hey, Rui, have you had a chance to meet Shohei Ohtani yet?
Yes, I did actually 2-3 years ago. Actually, when I was a Wizards, I came to play here in the Lakers, and it was a Lakers game, actually, yeah. He came to the...
How big is he in Japan? What kind of star power does he have in Japan?
He's really big. He's like one of those athletes, like, nobody knows about him, kind of, like, it's like nobody knows he's like a personal stuff. He's just like a professional athlete, like, you never see him outside of baseball, literally. It's crazy. Like,
hey,
big.
Do you have his cell number?
I think I do, actually.
Well, Rui,
I think I have it.
Why don't you get on the phone and convince him to sign with the Dodgers?
Rui, Michael's son Trace plays outfield for the Dodgers.
Yeah.
That's why he's trying to do this to you.
That's right, Rui.
He's trying to use you as a recruiter.
Yeah, Rui. Come on. Tell him how much fun it is to play up here in L.A. as opposed to Anaheim.
Yeah.
All right, Rui, hey, man, we're really excited that you're back.
Thanks,
and,
Rui.
And I think that
Thank you. I'm so happy.
Yeah, I think you're going to be here for the rest of your career. I really do. I think that it's just a perfect fit, your skill set with what Darvin likes to do, and we'll be rooting for you, man. Can't wait to see you do your thing this year.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
All right,
Thanks, Rui.
See ya.
All right, there's Rui Hachimura from the Lakers. Leave it to me to ask the dead grandfather question.
No, that's okay. What was it? No,
I
I saw what you were doing.
Yeah.
I found that he's very proud of his Japanese heritage.
Oh,
he
sure.
likes talking about Japan.
He has played for the Japanese national team
Right.
a number of times. I don't know if is he playing this year? I don't know if he's playing this year. There is a FIBA World Cup this year.
And I think Japan's in it. I don't know if he's playing for
Austin Reeves is playing in it.
Yeah,
for
Austin
the
Reeves.
U.S. team.
Yeah.
That's a great experience for him.
Yeah.
Has Clay, that's the same team Clay played on at some point in his career,
World
right?
Cup is great, man.
Yeah.
Team USA treats you like a king when you're on that team.
Yeah. All right, 2 o'clock call of the day. You want to do it?
Sure.
All right.
Michael, pick a number between 1 and 6.
Let's go with number 5, Robert Ory's number.
All right. Wait a minute. Okay, Eddie in Marina Del Rey. Hey, Eddie, you're on ESPN LA. Hi.
Hey, Eddie.
Eddie just hung up on us.
Oh, Eddie.
Fast Eddie. Let's go with number 4, Byron Scott's number.
Okay.
Is that Peter in Northridge?
Peter in Northridge. Hey, Peter, you're on ESPN LA.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
This is a question for John and Michael.
Okay.
I've been listening for a very long time. Every year at this time, John and Michael disappear because they weren't allowed to interact with what was going on with the trade.
Okay.
Yes.
What's the difference this year?
I'm going to be completely honest with you, Peter. The first year that the Lakers pulled us off the air is when they were going after Anthony Davis. And they were so nervous that the NBA... Remember when the NBA blew up the Chris Paul trade?
Yes.
They were nervous. They didn't want the NBA to have any reason to blow up the Anthony Davis trade. They were worried that, and so there's these rules in the NBA that if you're a team employee, you can't talk about free agents until they sign. And back then, when Anthony Davis signed, it was like a 2-week period. Now it's only like a week or 4 days. So this time around, there was no big 800-pound gorilla that the Lakers were worried about. They just wanted to re-sign their own free agents first. Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, those guys, so they didn't pull Michael and I off. Does that make sense?
Yes. Now, thank you for that. And there's a lot of people around that wanted to hear that particular answer.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So one more, and what's going on with the CBA, and why is it sound so
punitive,
difficult,
punitive,
restrictive? Yeah, it's a good question.
Can you? I'll hang up, but just tell us why is it? Who's going to benefit and who's not going to benefit?
It's a good question, Peter. Thank you for your call, and thank you for listening. All right, so here's the thing you got to understand, and Michael, I want to get your take on this too. In essence, the new collective bargaining agreement is a hard cap. It works like a hard salary cap because it is so punitive if you go over what they call the second apron. You can spend a whole bunch of money. You go over the first apron, they hit you with some tax. You go over the second apron, and you don't get to do anything. You can't include cash in your trades. You lose all your exemptions, your mid-level exception, all of it. Michael, they've fixed it now, so it's so punitive to go over the second level that even teams like the Warriors are probably going to try and stay under it. The one team that isn't is Phoenix. They're blowing right by it. But that's why trades are more active this year, and you'll see trades that are lopsided, like a really good player gets traded for just a bag of chips because they're trying to save money. Can you add anything to that?
I thought the players signed a bad deal. I mean, they're still getting paid, don't get me wrong, but it really hinders their movement by the time they get into their early 30s when they're trying to get that third contract. Now, young guys like Anthony Edwards, the good players, are always going to get the real second nice big fat contract. But going into their third one, it's going to be hard for these guys now to try to get that third big one because of that punitive penalties going over the second apron. And why? I don't understand why players would agree to that and why owners would agree to it, because it hinders movement, it hinders trades being made, which generates excitement and anticipation when these players moving around are able to be made. If you don't want to go over the second apron, just control your finances and don't go over it. Right. But don't make it so punishable because you went over it, which makes you scared to go make deals, which increases interest in the league.
It's to create parity, right? I mean, that's really the idea. The idea is to create parity and to control payroll.
It penalizes
the second thing more than the first.
Oh, really? They don't care about parity. They just want to control the payroll.
Well, the reason we got to where we're going, and you're right, Michael, the players did sign a deal that's favorable towards the owners, but I think the reason they signed it was they didn't want to lock out. Right. There is a huge bump in pay coming when the next TV deal comes up because the streaming services are going to get involved. Amazon's going to get involved. Apple might get involved. Netflix could get involved.
Ireland, this deal also hurts teams like Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City's got all these young guys basically on the same level, right? And they're all really good players, and they're all going to want to get paid. They can't keep all these guys. They're going to have to break that team up.
They already did, but they broke it up once when they had those, the big three.
So if you're an owner, why don't you make it fair? So if you build your team organically, you'll keep them together for 10, 12 years.
Well, you can keep your own free agents, but that second apron kicks in.
Yeah, right. You can, but it functions like a hard cap, which a limit.
it penalizes you for rewarding for drafting
the Warriors
well.
found a way to keep Draymond and are they under the second apron when it happens?
Right now they are, but now Michael is
Chris Paul
good,
expires.
And Michael's a good person to talk to. It affects Clay.
Yeah, we'll see what Clay happens.
Clay's deal's up at the end of this year, so normally. Michael, you tell me if I'm wrong. If this CBA did not exist, Clay would already have gotten his deal.
Yeah.
And now that it exists, he has to wait because they need to figure out how to stay under that apron. But you always talk about how you're against any type of a salary cap.
I'm anti-salary cap in all sports.
They, in essence, backdoored one in.
Right.
They got to, and when Rob Pelinka was on, he said, as a GM, this works as a de facto cap.
Yeah.
I need to protect my roster flexibility, and he did a really good job of doing that.
Yeah, he did. All right, coming up next, I want to talk a little Shohei Ohtani. One prominent sports figure today talked about Shohei Ohtani, and I want to bring that to you coming up next. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Travis here. Don't forget, you're going to want to go to ESPNLA.com and nominate a local high school junior or senior for a chance to win $250 in cash plus a VIP experience at our All-Star Friday night coming up in a couple of weeks. You only got a couple of more days to do it. Nominations close on Friday. You still have a chance to get $250 into the pocket of a kid that's doing well in school, doing well in the community as well. That, of course, is from our pals at Rotolo Chevrolet and Capozio Buick GMC. ESPNLA.com. Go nominate your kid. Get them $250 and an experience that they'll remember for the rest of their lives.
What a roller coaster of a season for our Lakers.
From a season start that left us all feeling hopeless.
And the Lakers going to fall to 2-10 on the season.
Rob making huge moves at the deadline.
Vanderbilt went over 3 Warriors and grabbed it and put it back up and in.
Hope returning to Crypto.com in the Southland.
Here's D'Angelo Russell. Kicks it right side. Hachimura for 3. Good again. This kid can't miss. One-on-one against Kenrick Williams. Backing him in. Turns. Shoots. Scores! There it is! All hail the new king in town. Young and old, gather round. From one iconic Laker to another. The king, LeBron James, has passed the captain.
And a playoff run nobody saw coming.
We told our analytical department that gave us a 0.3% chance of making it to the postseason. Now here we are in the playoffs.
Yes, and they actually played the clip where Paul McCartney talks about how he thinks that was the greatest album
Very
ever
nice.
made.
It's an amazing
All the original
album.
Beach Boys still around?
No, Mike Love is still there, Bruce Johnson, but the others are... They said
Is
they
Brian
were,
Wilson there?
He wasn't there, but they said that they visited him earlier in the day at his house in Bel Air.
I don't think that count. What does that mean?
Count.
I think that means they're
him today?
talking now, but he won't perform with them.
Okay.
That's like having the Rolling Stones with only Keith Richardson and
Well,
Ron Wood.
Right,
The
but
other
as long as
members
they
are
went
dead.
over and talked to Ron Wood before, apparently.
But it was a great performance. Mike Love was great, and John Stamos was incredible on stage.
John Stamos?
He played the whole concert.
Oh, right.
Guitar
I forgot
and
about
drums.
that.
Then did a whole Bob Saget tribute where he sang.
Oh, nice.
And there's nothing like being at the Bowl in the Garden Box where you
I
bring your
know.
own wine and snacks.
Pepe texted me from the
And
bowl
Pepe went
on 4th
Tuesday.
of July.
Yes.
Yeah. He had a fantastic time. Sent me a picture of him and Liz at the
Pepe's
had a
coming in
box
today,
at
by the way.
We'll talk
the
Beach
Hollywood
Boys
Bowl.
later.
Yeah, it was great.
Because you got nothing else. You don't have anything.
Have anything what?
You don't have anything for the rest of the show.
Oh,
I mean,
of course I
Ireland
do.
and Michael have content, but you're just like, okay,
No,
what
that's
else?
not true.
All
We're
right.
going into Shohei Ohtani right now.
Oh,
Chris.
is it going to be good?
Yeah, it's
okay,
gonna
get
be
ready
good.
for Ohtani talk now with
All right.
Mason and Ireland.
So my position on Ohtani is completely unchanged, John. My position from the beginning was that if the Angels are in contention, they can't trade Shohei Ohtani. The Angels are done. They are through.
Right.
It is over. They must trade Ohtani.
Really?
They must trade Ohtani. Absolutely.
Okay, so this is interesting.
They're going to be out of it. They got no Mike Trout until the end of August.
Eric Schumann, one of our best listeners,
Yeah, he
been
is.
listening to us forever, is a huge Angel fan.
Okay.
He has come around to your position. Here's what he wrote me yesterday. He said, I still don't think Artie Moreno will do it. And he says, I do think the Angels will trade Shohei. I think they don't have a choice. Shohei says he wants to win, and playing in Anaheim for 6 years has shown him that's not going to happen. Right now, the team is paying $35 million each to Trout and Rendon. They have 3 more years left with Rendon after this season, so that's $70 million for 2 guys. If they sign Shohei for at least $50 million, now they're paying $120 million for only 3 guys, puts them in the luxury tax, and they can't win.
Right.
So he says, Angels cannot let him get away for just a draft pick. They'll get killed if they do. I think Artie Moreno thinks the opposite. I think he thinks he'll get killed if he trades
See, if they were in it, I would understand. But without Mike Trout, they're not going to be in it.
Michael, what would you do if you owned the Angels?
I'd call the Dodgers right now, ask for Will Smith, Outman, and what's that? Miller is a new young pitcher, right? And a couple of first picks.
First of all, I don't think the Angels necessarily would be interested in Will Smith. They're looking for cost-controlled players.
No, so yesterday I threw this trade at Travis Slee and Andy, and they all said yes. I think you'll say no.
Okay.
All right, so I'm Perry Manazian.
Yep.
You're Andrew Friedman.
Okay.
I said, all right, Andrew, we have come to the conclusion that we're not going to be able to keep Shohei, and we're not making the playoffs, so I'm putting him on the market. You're my first call.
Okay, got it. I'm listening.
Okay. If you take this deal, I won't call anybody else.
Okay.
If you don't, I'm going to shop them. I want James Outman.
Yep.
Bobby Miller. Will Smith. And 3 prospects of my choosing. Any 3. But I won't take more than 3. 6 players total.
Okay.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah, he's worth it.
You give up Will Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if I was the Angels,
I think that's a good deal for both teams.
If I was the Angels, I don't think I'd ask for Will Smith. I think I'd ask for Diego Cartaya because Will Smith is going to sign. They're going to need to pay him.
Or they could trade him. He's an all-star.
Flip Will Smith is what you're saying.
Well, or they could keep him.
Yeah, I mean, I would say
their
yes.
biggest issue is pitching, and he's a good catcher, so it'll help their pitchers.
Yeah, Outman, I'm completely unsold on. I know he had 2
Bobby
home runs.
Miller, you give up because you're getting Shohei.
Bobby Miller, I don't know. Maybe he is, maybe he's not. I mean, his first 2 starts were electric, and since then he's been pretty ordinary.
Well, he throws 101 miles an hour.
A lot of guys throw really hard and doesn't necessarily pay off. I mean, if I'm the Dodgers, I absolutely look at that trade. Again, I don't.
See, you're getting now. Even though you look at that trade, even though you can get him for nothing in 3 months, you wouldn't have to give up anybody in 3 months.
Oh, you're asking me if I would do a trade
today,
right now,
today. If I make you that, if I call you today.
Oh, you call me today?
Yeah.
You got to do it. Man, can you imagine the excitement?
But because think about how the Dodgers could use Shohei this year.
Mm-hmm.
They're down. Okay, by the way.
Who would your batting order be?
The Dodgers have, think about this. Right now, I know it's a weird time, but Walker Buehler, Destin May, Clayton Kershaw, all on the injured list.
Right.
All 3 of them.
Yep.
If you get Ohtani, he slides right to the top of your rotation. You wait for those guys to get healthy again, and all of a sudden you got a chance, a legitimate. There's only one good team in the National League.
Yeah.
At the Braves.
Yep.
If you trade for Ohtani now, you're right there with him.
Well, I mean,
you keep him going. Now, obviously,
7-game series, you get him game 1, game 4, maybe game 7. I mean,
right.
you
he's
can use him.
To Michael's point, he's in the middle of your lineup.
Right.
As a hitter.
It's really tough since you could get him for free. Not for free, but you could get him for
without
nothing.
giving up those 6 players. Now, you would give up those 6 players to make it happen now.
Yeah, because none of those, other than Will Smith, none of those guys are all-stars.
No, they're definitely not all-stars.
Yeah,
I suppose. I think I could probably make a run with Shohei this year.
Yeah.
And Outman, I'm not sold on. I know he had a good weekend. Will Smith is just a stud, but he would have to go. Again, I don't know that the Angels would ask for him, but if they did, I would definitely make that deal.
Well, I'm just trying to make it hard on you to say no.
Right, you can pretty much take any 4 players.
Well, no, that's not true. You wouldn't. You're not letting me take Freddie Freeman or Mookie Betts.
Oh, well, no.
Yeah.
And I don't think those are the kind of salaries that the Angels want. The Angels don't want a 10-year contract for Mookie Betts.
I think Artie Moreno has shown that he's over his skis. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
I think he's very nervous about trading Ohtani and what that looks like. So he's got to get something back. So he might ask for Freddie Freeman or Mookie Betts. He won't get either one. but he might ask just so he can say he asked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a no. Here's Stephen A. this morning on Shohei.
Leave it there. Courtney mentioned that Anthony Rendon is also out for the Angels. And
who cares?
I
wish him well.
It takes out their top. I'm just going to say it takes out their top 3 players in order of payroll and.
Okay. Let me say something, Houston. I wish him well. I'm not talking about not wishing him, and I'm not rooting against him being healthy or whatever. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. No one cares about you. No one. I don't even know. I've been in L.A. quite often. I never hear anybody talking about the Angels. We love driving by the stadium. It looks really nice. No one cares. You're irrelevant. Period. That's why I said
we'll leave it there. We'll leave it there.
He's right.
We'll leave it there. We'll leave it there.
And by the way, they've managed to be irrelevant with the 2 best players in baseball.
Although what's weird is it seems like this year they're more relevant because of what might or might not happen with Shohei Ohtani.
Right.
Shohei makes them relevant. Without Shohei, I mean, you can put James Outman on the rest. You can put Will Smith. There's no sizzle to that.
Right.
The sizzle is Shohei Ohtani. He's the guy that sells tickets. He's the guy that drives the market. But you're right. Once Ohtani's gone, and he will be gone one way or the other, the Angels again slide into complete and total irrelevance.
All right, Michael, I know you want the Dodgers to trade for him. If you were the Angels, would you trade him?
Yeah, because like you say, you're going to lose him anyway. So you might as well get a ton of good players, got a ton of good prospects for him, and start over.
By the way,
Greg, do you do that deal that I threw out?
Yes, absolutely. It's very quick.
Yeah.
Very easy.
But without any question
yes,
you can get him
he's
for
2
free
guys,
at the end of the
he's
year.
2 guys, yeah, and then you can figure out what your pitching staff looks like because you're going to need six guys. He works in a 6-man rotation because he hits every day.
Right, correct.
So you're going to need extra guys.
That's what one thing we got is extra starting pitchers.
What 3 prospects would the Angels probably take?
I mean, it really depends on what they want. I mean, there's plenty of guys in the minor league.
Cartaya, Miller.
Cartaya.
Well, they're already getting Miller.
They could very ask for Sheehan and Miller.
Yeah. I'm not sold on either of those guys.
It could be Gavin Stone. It could be Michael Grove. It can be a lot of the guys that are already up here.
Yeah, I just don't know that those are.
You wouldn't ask for Gavin Lux, right, coming off that injury?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think you want to
he'll
hurt
be
him.
all right.
Let me ask you this though, John. Let's assume that he stays in Anaheim, which I don't think he does.
For
now. Let's just
for
say
the rest of this season.
No, for the rest of his career. Let's say he decides he wants to stay in Anaheim for the rest of his year. They never make the playoffs.
Okay.
What's his legacy?
That he missed an opportunity.
So
that
the greatest player,
he becomes Ernie Banks.
Greatest player ever.
Yeah, he becomes
Ernie Banks MVP.
Yeah,
as on a last place team.
He could be a MVP and Cy Young in multiple years.
Correct, in multiple years.
Yeah, I think his career, you would look at it as a career that was wasted because he never played for a championship.
The career you might say wasted, but he is still the greatest baseball player of all time. Without any question, hands down, nobody close.
Better than Willie Mays? Why?
Because he does both.
Oh.
Okay.
Willie Mays, how many shutouts did he throw?
Well, that's true.
By the way, am I right in saying Willie Mays never won a World Series?
I think they did. I think he did. I think the
Did he?
Giants won one.
I'll have to look at it.
Giants won one?
Yeah.
I think maybe when they were in New York, they might have.
Maybe, yeah.
But can you say, Greg, that a greatest player in any sport
never made a playoff?
Never won a title.
He was a World Series champion in 1954, Willie Mays.
Yeah. Okay.
Never won a title. Never made the playoffs.
Right.
He would have never made the playoffs.
If you never win a title, the greatest hockey player of all time is Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah.
He's won plenty of times.
The greatest football player of all time is Tom Brady.
Yes.
Jim Brown.
Okay, we're both won
Jim Brown,
titles.
both won.
Mm-hmm. Somebody let Pepe in, by the way.
Yeah, I got it.
The greatest basketball player of all time is either Jordan or Kareem.
Right.
All those players won multiple titles.
But you can't deny that Shohei Ohtani is the greatest single baseball player
I'm not
of
even
all
attempting
time
to,
in a vacuum.
I'm not even attempting to deny it, but can he hold on to that title if he never wins a title?
Unless somebody comes along and does both, I would think that Shohei Ohtani is still the greatest player of all time.
You say he's the greatest athlete ever?
Baseball player.
Maybe
you said in any sport, right?
Maybe the most dominant player in any sport.
In any sport because of what he does?
Because of what he does.
Well,
I mean, nobody's playing two ways in football.
The thing I've yet to hear a good answer for is Michael's argument that he made last week, that if he was just a hitter, he would command $40 million a year.
Right.
And if he was just a pitcher, he would command $40 million a year. So why is he worth less than $80 million?
Yeah. Explain that, Mace.
Explain that?
Yeah.
Because you can't tie up a third of your entire payroll in one guy. Because when one guy gets hurt, you're losing both a pitcher and a hitter.
So, Mace, what does he get?
70.
So $10 million difference.
He gets $700 million for 10 years?
12 years, 700, something like that.
Well, that's less than 70, but 10 years, $700 million is about right.
But I think what somebody's going to do is stretch it out a little bit the way they did with the Judge contract and add a couple of years at the end to lower the average annual salary.
He's 28 right now. How long can he keep up this two-way?
Boy, it's a good question.
Till he's 35?
28 to 32 is a baseball player's prime.
No, not anymore because guys take better care of themselves now. They have better nutrition, better training. So
I mean, look at Kershaw.
That's been stretched out a lot, up to like 36 now. So can he play at this level for another 8 years?
No.
Really?
I don't think he'll pitch at this level. I think he'll hit at this level for another 8 years. I don't think he'll pitch at this level for another 8 years.
How long? When do you think he'll? Well, can't you change as he gets older? We're going to go to break, but can't you turn him into a closer? Wouldn't he be a great closer?
Well, you have that option.
It would be kind of a waste.
But I'm talking about when he's older, like 34, 35.
When he's older, like do a John Smoltz kind of thing.
Dennis Eckersley.
Mariano Rivera.
Sure.
Can he be that?
You could use him at the end of his career. Sure. Yeah. He's probably got one inning of stuff.
Well, that keeps his value up.
Yeah, it keeps his value up. Yeah, he's still only going to $700 million. By the way,
crazy.
We're only separated by $100 million.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. Coming up next for you, John, I wanted to show you the latest airline disturbance.
Okay.
The latest airline disturbance.
Is that lady?
We've got audio of that. It is that lady. We'll talk about it coming up next. Hang on.
I don't know about it.
When you're injured in an accident, one of the first calls you receive is from the other person's insurance company, and they want to give you money. Oh, it sounds good. Hey, they're going to give me money. Don't fall for the trick. They're offering you money to replace or repair your vehicle. But is that going to cover your medical bills? Your lost wages from missing time at work? Safe to say the answer is no. You shouldn't have to pay any money out of your pocket to fix your car or go see the doctor. And if you're missing work, which in turn is making your paycheck less than normal, don't do this to yourself. You know who to call, and that's Jacob. Jacob will deal with the insurance company, help with the rental car, schedule your doctor's appointments, and nothing will be coming out of your pocket. That's right. You don't pay a dime out of pocket while Jacob helps you take care of all the stuff you need to do after an accident and ultimately gets you the settlement that you deserve. Remember, a lot of attorneys say, though, fight for you. Call Jacob. He'll win for you. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember,
accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Call Jacob.com. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
This Saturday, July 8th, Jada Toys returns to the automotive scene with the event of the summer. Jada Toys presents Homecoming. Homecoming is a celebration of car culture, exhibiting show-stopping vehicles. Taking place at Ancillary Studios in Costa Mesa this Saturday, July 8th from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Jada Toys will debut a new line of die-cast vehicles. This event is free, so join the ESPN LA team at Ancillary Studios in Costa Mesa this Saturday, July 8th between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m.
What a roller coaster of a season for our Lakers.
From a season start that left us all feeling hopeless.
And the Lakers going to fall to 2-10 on the season.
Rob making huge moves at the deadline.
Vanderbilt went over 3 Warriors and grabbed it and put it back up and in.
Hope returning to Crypto.com in the Southland.
Here's D'Angelo Russell. Kicks it right side. Hachimura for 3. Good again. This kid can't miss. One-on-one against Kenrick Williams. Backing him in. Turns. Shoots. Scores! There it is! All hail the new king in town. Young and old, gather round. From one iconic Laker to another. The king, LeBron James, has passed the captain.
And a playoff run nobody saw.
It is a live imaging Thursday on Mason in Ireland with Michael Thompson and The great Pepe Montilla joins us.
Why are you guys acting like Michael and not giving Pepe a chair?
Yeah, no chair for Pepe. Come on.
I mean, he had a chair right there.
Come on, Bergman.
No, you're like.
Don't blame me.
You're like
Bergman. Give Pepe a chair.
First he bans
Give
Pepe, and now he won't give him a chair.
Yeah, Pepe gets no chair.
Like Mexican Rodney Dangerfield. No respect.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Pepe at the Hollywood Bowl on 4th of July night. Was it nice?
Yeah, very.
Did you find a date to go with?
He went with Liz.
Come on, he went with Liz.
Where's the pictures? I don't believe it.
I went with my girlfriend.
Yeah, there were pictures on social media.
The beautiful Liz. It's all over social media.
Oh, come on.
She's still with you.
Michael. Don't start, please.
My
God.
When Liz met Michael, she walked to him. She goes, I hear you say I don't exist. And Michael goes, I still don't believe you go out with him.
I had to poke her to see if she was real.
Well, that's really interesting segue to what I'm going to play right now.
Yeah, okay. This is weird.
This is a woman on an airline.
I would have got up and left.
Who had an active imagination. Listen to this.
We've heard about bad behavior on flights, but this one quickly went viral because of what a woman claimed she saw on a flight from DFW to Orlando on Sunday.
That back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can die with them or not. I'm not going to. Bye.
An American Airlines passenger said that one of the passengers on the plane was, as you heard her say there, not real. The video went viral on TikTok on Tuesday before it was deleted. This happened after they had already started to pull from the gate, so they had to return to the gate, and that passenger was removed by law enforcement. According to American, the flight was delayed for 3 hours because of this.
Man.
Terrible. Okay, so you say Liz is imaginary.
Right.
This woman saw an imaginary person on
Wait,
the
Michael,
plane.
you would have gotten off the plane?
I would have thought
even after she got off the
Yeah,
plane?
I thought maybe it was some kind of demonic apparition that showed up in the seat next to her and just disappeared. Those things happen.
I think she's just a little cuckoo.
Seriously. So she was seeing things?
I think
what do
she
you
was
think?
imagining
I
things.
think Michael was in that plane.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I'm looking at somebody, and that's not a real person.
Right. Doesn't that freak you out?
Bizarro. Yeah, but I mean, everybody else sees the person. It's just this one person that thinks it's an imaginary person. So you would really bail on the plane because one cuckoo lady thinks that somebody on the plane isn't
the seat
real?
next to her wasn't there?
Yeah.
I always marvel, though, at people like that. Obviously, this woman's a little disturbed, but that delay an entire flight of people for 3 hours.
Yeah.
And why was the flight delayed if she got off?
I don't know how all that stuff
That's
works.
weird.
Like,
Maybe they were investigating. Maybe they were looking for the mystery replicant.
See, are you real?
I'll tell you why, Mike.
Why?
They have to get the baggage.
They have to get her bags off.
Okay, that's true.
From the Oscar-winning animated movie Frozen.
They have to check everything and make sure that this is something other than a lady kind of
freaking out.
By the way, Mace, that thing you played by mistake was the story we did yesterday, but I'm curious. Okay, play that John Travolta thing again that you just played.
From the Oscar-winning animated movie Frozen, please welcome the wickedly talented one and only Adele Dazeem.
Okay,
Adele Dazeem.
That was Idina Menzel. And so now do you have the John McEnroe right below it? John McEnroe was at Wimbledon or right next to it. John McEnroe was doing a telecast. Jorge, do you have it? Was doing a telecast with Chris Fowler.
Okay.
And Fowler noticed Idina Menzel in the stands.
Okay.
And do you have it, Jorge? All right, play it.
All the luminaries love to come to Wimbledon. Idina Menzel is here, perhaps checking scores in other courts. Maybe not.
Here's a trivia question. What did John Travolta call her?
It wasn't correct. I remember that.
It wasn't indeed a Menzel.
All right, so my question is, does that follow John? This was 2 days ago.
Yeah,
that McEnroe did that.
Okay.
Does that mistake, how many years ago do you think Travolta made that mistake?
7.
9.
9.
Yeah, 9 years ago. Does that follow him for the rest of his life?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Really?
I'll always remember Nadella Zine.
Of course.
I will always. If I had Idina Menzel on the Culture Pop podcast,
you would ask her about it?
I would ask her about Nadella Zine. Because that is a really weird thing, and yes, I think it will
I
follow
still don't know
him
how that
forever.
happened because it was Travolta loves Broadway, and it was on a teleprompter.
Yeah.
And she was a mega Broadway star.
No, it doesn't follow him because it didn't follow Steve Harvey when he announced the wrong winner.
Sure it does.
It
We
does?
still play Still a Great Night.
Of course,
Yeah.
Michael.
Of course.
Still a great night.
Yeah.
I dropped that into a game last year. We lost by like 30, and I went, still a great
By the
night.
way, and you know what? So what if it follows you around? It's kind of funny.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's a quirky, weird thing.
I'm Keith Hernandez.
And Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway when they called the wrong
Exactly.
winner.
Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway announced La La Land was Best Picture, and
When
it
it was
actually turned
Moonlight.
out to be Moonlight.
Yeah.
So, yeah, very, very memorable stuff. All right, coming up next for you, we're going to do a little What's Up, Fool. Right, Bergman? I see you talking. That's coming up next for you. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right. Did you know it can now take up to 11 weeks on average to hire for an open job? That's 2.5 months. You don't have that kind of time. If you're listening today, I got some advice. Stop waiting. Start using ZipRecruiter. Right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. As my friend Ian Siegel, who invented ZipRecruiter, says, they don't leave anything to chance. They use powerful matching technology to quickly find and send you the most qualified people for your roles. You can check out the people that ZipRecruiter sends you. You really like one, you can contact them in one click. This is how fast ZipRecruiter works. 4 out of 5 employers who use ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. 1 day. So just go to this exclusive web address to try ZipRecruiter for free. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Sedano and Cap.
Because that just happened at Wimbledon. Andy Murray got struck dead on, if you will.
I would
say the kick.
No,
Give me
I
the
would
kick.
take.
What?
Give me the tennis ball.
Yes!
Give
100
me the
mile an
tennis-
hour?
It's a tennis ball.
The tennis ball's got a little bit
Yeah.
of give to
Oh,
it.
my
I'll
goodness.
take the kick.
Yeah,
I'll
the
take
kick
the
isn't
kick,
going to be
too.
100
The
miles an
Draymond
hour.
Green kick to Steven Adams
Yeah.
or the tennis ball.
Come on, Draymond.
You're going to regret this.
I'm sorry, a tennis ball dead on?
I'll take the
Yeah,
over a foot.
because that just stings.
Over
But a foot isn't going to hit dead
Greg,
on.
this is actually kind of we've started What's Up, Fool prematurely.
No, you can go ahead and answer that
No,
question. That's
no
my
pun
first
intended.
question.
What's
No
a
pun
fool?
intended.
The foot goes right up into
Yes,
it.
right.
The ball comes
Dead on?
Yeah,
The ball hits dead on.
it stings. It stings a little bit.
No, that's they have
Chris,
to go to the locker room.
add that to the pony dance.
Yeah.
That move you just did.
Or hey, which one would you rather get, the kick or the ball?
The ball.
The ball.
Yeah, the ball.
The ball
Yeah.
is less
Got a little-
painful.
Right.
And the ball couldn't miss. The kick ain't going to miss.
Exactly.
No, the premise is, though, that the ball hits you.
The ball didn't miss on this
The ball
one.
didn't
Andy
miss.
Murray
Well, I
took
said
it.
I would
hits
take
or
the
the
kick.
foot hits?
Yeah.
Andy
the
Murray took
Draymond
it.
Green
Bam!
kick. The Draymond King Queen.
It is a final.
It is a
That is
Well,
a final.
His wife was
Or
looking
one of
on. I
those.
hope it's not a final.
Yeah.
All right, time for What's Up. We'll hit it. Jorge.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
What's up, full time? Take it away, Kirby Gray.
Thanks, Morales. All right, so I saw an article today on the Daily Norseman, which I have no idea what that is, but it was a site. And it's called The Definitive Case for Weird Al Yankovic for the Super Bowl Halftime Show.
Oh!
Why is this the best idea out there?
It's not.
It's not. It's a
It's
terrible
not-
idea.
I love that. What? You don't like
Oh my
this
God,
idea?
it's a terrible idea.
No, it's a great
Weird
idea.
Al hasn't been relevant. I mean, I think he's a genius, but hasn't been relevant for 20 years.
would
when
be
was the last
perfect.
Weird Al song you
I
heard?
saw the movie. Did you watch the movie?
I saw the movie.
Yeah, it
I
was
thought
good.
it was great,
I'm
but
with
that
it.
doesn't make him a halftime show.
No, but he can do every song that you want, though.
My God, Justin Timberlake had trouble holding up a halftime show. You're going to get
I
Weird
think
Al?
people would absolutely watch Weird Al Yankovic. You're going to get all different genres of music. You're going to get everything. It's all going to be with the, with the, what is it called? What's
Accordion?
the accordion. Thank you.
Accordion. Yeah, one of the stupidest ideas I've heard in
Oh,
a really long
I
time. And people
love
tell
it.
me stupid ideas all the time.
You come up with plenty of them.
I have stupid ideas ever. I've never.
You don't
put
like
Weird
it?
Al-
I think it's an amazing
Weird
idea.
Al is
Pepe.
fantastic, but
I
he's
know.
like a time
It's-
capsule.
No,
You don't like it?
no, not at all.
Oh.
I mean, like Michael Jackson, Prince, the Rolling Stones, and then
Weird Al.
come on.
Very good point.
I mean, there's been.
Very
It's
good.
You
better
know,
than
how
Katy
many
Perry.
people in the middle of the country would say, I don't understand. What is he doing?
You know how many people on the West Coast and East Coast would say, I don't understand what he's doing.
Oh, come on. Weird Al would absolutely hold up
Yeah,
in this
no.
situation.
And
that's
you know
stupid.
what? The
I love
ladies that don't watch the Super Bowl for the game but for the halftime show, they're not going to watch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Well, they
it's
would
true.
laugh. They
It's
would
true.
laugh the whole time. It'd be
Yeah,
amazing. Michael,
no,
are
it's
you,
terrible.
This feels like you're right up your alley.
Do you even know who Weird Al
Oh, yeah, I know
Yankovic
he
is?
You know, Bergman, it's not a bad idea.
Thank
'cause he
you,
can't-
Michael.
He can't parrot every song.
Right?
Yeah. Well, he hasn't parodied his song in a long time.
But
What
he-
was the
he
last
already
parody
had-
you heard?
Doesn't
Is
matter.
he
It can be
par-
all
is
the
he
old
parodying
stuff.
Anything from today?
It doesn't have to be from
It's all
today.
gonna be stuff
How
from
often do we
30
get bands
years
like The
ago?
Who?
Well, by the way, Greg, I don't even know if Weird Al could do his hits. Wasn't the spoof he did on Bad, he changed to Fat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Could you make a song mocking fat people in
It
2023?
doesn't do
forget
that
it.
song.
True.
And it's also.
What do you think, George? Jorge?
It's irrelevant. Who cares? Like Stephen A. said.
Weird Al.
Nobody
Yeah,
cares.
I love the idea. I think it's
Not
amazing.
relevant
I would
at
absolutely
all.
watch it. You're all I'm hearing
Worst
is you're all
take of
wrong.
the day.
I think you're
Worst
just,
take of the day.
I
What's
think
up,
you're
Fu?
all
Worst
just
take of
What's
the
up,
day.
Fu?
I'd love to see it. I wouldn't mind.
Thank you, Michael.
Weird
See,
Al.
me
What's
and Michael
up,
are the
Fu?
only ones that
Yeah, my
understand
Bologna.
this.
I would like to hear that.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's seriously.
Stop pressing the button. It's not your
Who
button
would
to
you
press.
like to
Put
be
his
the next
put his
halftime?
put his
What
white
do you
orbit down.
want,
He
Mace?
doesn't need
You
to be
want
pressing
pink?
buttons.
But he's Michael. I mean, what do you expect from Michael?
Weird is
Okay.
funny.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you.
What's up,
I'll
Fu?
press the button. All right. So, what's it? Baker Mayfield is saying that his time with the Rams last has made it so he has hit the reset button on his career. Mayfield is in Tampa now following Tom Brady. What do you think of Mayfield thinking his career was reset now?
I was surprised the Rams gave up on him. Maybe he got more money going to Tampa Bay, but
I'm
I
sure
thought
he did.
I thought with Matthew Stafford at quarterback, who is obviously susceptible to injury, that Baker Mayfield would have been ideal to be a backup quarterback for the Rams. Maybe he had no interest in being a backup. He wanted to go to a place where he could compete for the starting job.
I mean, I
but,
would think that's what it was.
but
right?
do you
He's
even
got a
know
chance
who
to
the
start.
Rams backup quarterback is right now?
Yeah, it's the kid they drafted from Georgia, the one who's like 42 years old.
Stetson Bennett.
Stetson Bennett.
The
is
Wolf is
backup.
gone?
The Wolf is gone. It is now Stetson Bennett's world.
Okay.
He's not 40. Well, how old is he?
I think he's 26.
26.
Yeah.
26.
But
so
the
he's got a
problem
lot of
with
experience.
Baker Mansfield,
Baker Mayfield?
Baker Mayfield, I don't know. I don't know what happened with him because he used to be really good when he was in college.
But he was good with the Rams,
Yeah,
too.
he was good. He had a couple of good. He had the great Raider game.
Right.
Yeah,
The
that
Raider
was
game was
great.
fantastic.
That was
I love
great.
that.
Yeah,
I love
but,
that.
But
They say he could start in Tampa.
Yeah, he may start. So I understand why he would leave, but don't sleep on Stetson Bennett. I think he's going to be a great backup for the Rams.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
I think
can
Stetson
play, yeah.
Bennett is sleeping on Stetson Bennett.
If you make it 26 years in at Georgia and not graduate, not really someone I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Really, he was a transfer.
Said the DTR fan.
No, first of all, DTR is
Small hand.
and I don't
Oh,
think he's
please.
that
What's up, fool?
What's up, fool? So last week, Mexico lost to Qatar 1-0 in the Gold Cup as the tournament.
Yeah, and everybody was like calling for their heads, right?
Yeah. So then there was a brawl that went down in the stands, and one of the guys got stabbed from the brawl. Now they caught the guy who stabbed the other dude, but can the guy sue Levi Stadium or the security for allowing?
It's a good question.
Good question.
No.
Everybody. They can sue everybody. Security, the stadium.
I think Pepe's right,
The
Jorge.
team.
Remember when those incidents used to happen in the Dodger Stadium parking lot? They would sue the Dodgers
sue
every
the
time.
Dodgers.
If
Yeah.
it happens on your watch, and if the four of us,
You're responsible for
if
security.
the four of us go to a game at Levi Stadium and one of us gets stabbed,
yeah.
Levi Stadium did not provide a safe environment.
come on.
That's true.
He's not supposed to have a knife.
Yeah, how did you get a knife past security? That's the question.
But Michael, I know what you're saying.
Who's dropped the ball?
It's not right that Levi Stadium gets blamed, but we live in a legal society, and they would get sued.
Right. Why did they not find the knife?
To answer your
Michael,
question,
and is that
Jorge,
not
yes.
malpractice?
Could be a small penknife. Couldn't be maybe the blade.
No,
is
it was
Big
a
one?
knife.
It was a knife. The one that you fold in like a pocket
Yeah,
knife.
that was.
What was that?
Yeah, that could be one of those. You can sneak that in.
No, you can't.
I mean, security and a
Have you
big
tried
stadium
to walk
like that.
into Dodger
Security is.
Stadium with. I tried to go in with a vape. I got busted.
Yeah, but the security's so far away. By the time a fight breaks out, by the time they get there, you can't blame them for
But
not being
how
there.
did he get the knife,
If it's a foldable knife, you can sneak it in.
No, you can't.
You can't. You can't sneak it past metal detectors.
you got to go through metal detectors.
When was the
now.
last time you snuck a pocket knife into
If you got it in a
sporting
bag or
event?
something in the bottom of the bag, they could think it's a comb.
Well,
No.
One of those combs.
right.
Yes, Mike. Yeah.
Yeah. No, Jorge, I think the answer is yes.
Security
Yes.
has to be very, very strong in the stadiums. At the crypto. What if somebody comes with a knife and tell you, "Give me back my chips"?
What if somebody threatened you for that bag of chips?
Michael might allow himself to get stabbed
Yeah,
before
no,
he gives up the
I'm not giving
chips.
him those
Michael's
chips.
keeping his chips.
That's right.
Well, Greg, did you hear about this thing with Britney Spears and
Oh,
Victor
yes,
Wembanyama?
yeah. Unbelievable.
Speaking of security, so apparently Wembanyama was in a restaurant in Las Vegas and Britney Spears saw him, and she walked over and tapped him on the shoulder to see if he would take a picture, and the Spurs security guard whacked her, backhanded her to get away, and knocked her glasses off and knocked her on the ground. She's filed a police report.
She should sue the Spurs.
And that's what. Well, wait a minute. That was Jorge's
But
question.
but this guy's an employee of the Spurs and hitting a woman like that, hitting Britney Spears. I don't even.
Well,
even
there's
if
a
it wasn't,
police report
even
now
if it wasn't Britney Spears,
To
you don't do that.
To Wembanyama's credit, he said he never saw her face. He didn't see it. The security guy jumped in before he could even figure it out. But boy, I bet you that's not the end of that.
Yeah,
It's an overreaction.
Slap the person in question so hard that their glasses fell off and they stumbled to the ground.
Yeah, you don't
That's
do that.
Britney
Come on,
Spears.
that's ridiculous.
They have to fire that guy. That guy.
Yeah, that guy's got to go.
Yeah.
And I'm sure she's got a lot. I mean, she's got so much money, but I'm sure
She should sue the Spurs. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
not just because
It's not
of Britney.
Wembanyama's fault.
No, not even if it's just an anonymous person. You don't do that. Come on.
What's up, fool?
I agree with you, Mike.
See, you always should agree with me. I'm always right.
No,
What's
you're
up,
not
fool?
always right. You're always wrong.
What's up, fool? What's up, fool?
All right, Greg, go for it.
Oh my God,
just
Michael.
go, Greg.
Pay
Jump in.
attention.
So we talk a lot about tipping on this show.
Yes.
You ever see those articles titled "People are sharing their blah blah blah," whatever happens to be?
Mm-hmm.
Well, one of the cover photos of the people are sharing their worst tips was of someone subtracting a tip instead of zeroing.
Was it Mason? Did he write a happy face and say, "Smile"?
I am a great
smile.
tipper.
That's your tip.
You've totally misconstrued
All right, you've said it
my
before.
approach to tipping.
Instead of zeroing out, they took money away from the restaurant, even though I'm pretty sure you would get charged the amount of the bill no matter what. Should you be able to subtract tips?
No.
Well, wait a minute, Ireland. Suppose you have horrible service.
Well, then
come on, Ireland.
You and Mason are in agreement on this. I'm not. I tip no matter what because I used to be a waiter, and you lose.
You got
money.
a rude waiter. He takes forever to come wait on you. You still going to give him 20%?
No, do you hear what Mason did when that happened to him? He wrote a happy face and said, "Smile." That's your tip.
Mason's right. But the reason I didn't tip was because they were not nice.
Rude.
Right.
They were rude people.
I tip anyway.
Somebody is rude. Now, if they're on the weeds, if there's too many tables, whatever. Like I was at a great restaurant the other day called Tangaroa Fish Market. The girl was like totally tied up, had every table in the place. But
You understand
she was
that.
cheerful and happy and friendly and apologetic. And of course I tip.
I'm like you, John. I always tip regardless.
Yeah, always tip even if they're mean.
Yeah, because I work in a car wash and I live of the.
Oh, well,
of my
now
tips.
you guys, none of you guys were here yesterday. Jorge and I were here. Did you hear about this DoorDash delivery guy that delivered the pizza?
Yes.
All right, so this is what happened. He delivers a pizza, $20 pizza. The woman tips him $5, and this is how the delivery guy handled it.
Hi.
Hello.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I just want to say it's a nice house for a $5 tip.
You're welcome.
So
Wait a second, $20.
Tipped him
$20
$5.
pizza, tipped him $5.
25% tip.
That's a huge tip.
He says he says it's a nice house for a $5 tip. She just didn't want to get into it, so she says you're welcome, and he says F you.
Yeah.
They fired the guy. DoorDash fired the guy.
I get it.
Good.
I get it. By the way, 25% tip is pretty good.
That's
Right.
very good.
Is that not
Very
what you're
good.
supposed to tip?
Right.
Like, what would you tip in that same situation?
Yeah, and you give him a 20.
No, I would give him a 5. I'd do what that woman did.
I'll tell you, the weed delivery guy always gets an extra 20. Oh, yeah.
Why? Because
Well,
he gets there so fast?
Well, because he's providing a very important service to you.
because he's always in a hurry. It's a rush. It's a rush delivery.
You pothead.
Yeah, he shows up on a bird scooter. You got one more, Greg?
What's up,
Sure, why not? So LeBron James last week was talking about watching the movie Teen Wolf with
Yes.
Michael J. Fox. It's a great movie. Love that movie. But he pointed out something that has always bothered me about that movie.
That he travels on almost every play?
Well, no, that's one thing. No, at the end of the movie, the bad guy from the other team was able to stand under the basket during the technical free throws. He's actually standing staring at him by himself during a technical free throw.
All right, so you know what this is? Mason's been around Hollywood, been around movie sets, so you know this.
Yes.
Hollywood is literally 100 years behind on the maturity scale, and this is what I mean. A director on a movie set is God. You cannot ever challenge the director. No. So if you don't bring in a technical advisor, somebody that knows basketball, the director doesn't know any different. Our buddy Rick Schwartz once worked as a technical director on the movie The Fan, Wesley Snipes and Robert De Niro. And it was directed by the late Tony Scott, who was from England. And Rick tried to tell Tony, but Tony didn't care, that you can't play baseball in a monsoon, a driving huge rainstorm, that this game would be stopped. And Tony goes, well, I need it for the visual effects. And they played, the whole key scene is played in a monsoon. And nobody, and everybody went,
no tarp.
Yeah. No even discussion of breaking it up. So that, Greg, the result of that is they didn't have a technical advisor, a basketball advisor.
Right.
And so somebody stood under the basket and the director goes, yeah, do that. It looks good.
It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in a movie.
Right.
He's just standing there staring at him while he's shooting a technical.
No, the most ridiculous thing I ever saw, according to sports. You guys remember the commercial where it's talked about being honest? Anyway, the commercial was the guy tips the ball.
I remember this.
Oh, this commercial used to drive me nuts.
This is where the referee, the ball was off him?
Yeah, and he went to the referee, ref, the ball was off me. Then the coach tells the player, hey, son, good job.
If I was that coach, I'd cut that kid.
Exactly. And then the coach talked about he did a good job letting the referee know it was off of him.
Come on, it's sportsmanship.
Oh, that commercial was like,
sportsmanship.
who wrote this?
Yeah, I mean.
What's up, fool?
That'll do it. And we're supposed to have Cam Reddish in the next 20
Oh, good.
All right, great.
Okay.
And What's Up, Fools, brought to you Dos Hombres Mezcal. They give you the more, just the right more, for those everyday moments with great friends that call for more. All right, coming up next, what's wrong with the Padres? It is the simplest answer. It is one stat plus what players are they reportedly putting on the trade market for the deadline.
Send it all to us, except for Machado. We don't want him.
It's coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
When you can find everything you need at
All right, we did this yesterday. We do it again. Combat poker at the Commerce Casino. You got to be a part of this. So it's free to enter. The top 18 advance to the second round. I'd probably be top 300, but that's okay. That's just me. Top 18 advance to the second round. Chance to win $10,000. All you got to do is go to ESPNLA.com. That's ESPNLA.com. Make sure to enter.
This Saturday, July 8th, Jada Toys returns to the automotive scene with the event of the summer. Jada Toys presents Homecoming. Homecoming is a celebration of car culture, exhibiting show-stopping vehicles. Taking place at Ancillary Studios in Costa Mesa this Saturday, July 8th from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Jada Toys will debut a new line of die-cast vehicles. This event is free, so join the ESPN LA team at Ancillary Studios in Costa Mesa this Saturday, July 8th between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m.
The future and to the past, what would you choose?
I would go back.
What about you?
I'd go forward.
What about you?
Back.
I'm going to go forward because I keep getting better.
I'm going to go back because I want to see what happened with the pyramids and all that.
Right.
And mainly,
you want to go back to pyramid days?
I just wanted to go back to when I was like 20.
Mainly, I want to go back to find out when Michael became such a fool.
Oh, yeah.
That's when I landed in Miami.
That's when Chick said he got hit in the head with the coconuts.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks to our friends at Simply Spiked, making All-Star Friday Night possible with Simply Spiked Lemonade and now Peach. Summer is officially getting juicy.
Excellent.
And who doesn't like when summer gets juicy?
No, juicy summer.
Could I ask you guys a question about Damian Lillard?
Sure.
His agent's telling everybody, stay away from Damian. He only wants to go in Miami.
Correct.
But other teams are showing interest in Damian Lillard, Pepe. Now, if you're the Sixers or the Celtics, why would you want to trade for Damian when he doesn't want to come to your team?
Because he's signed for 4 more years.
But he doesn't want to be there.
Yeah,
right.
I always believe if you can get the best player, you get the best player.
So,
and
Michael,
he's the best player
I would
available.
answer you this way. Kawhi Leonard, when he demanded a trade from the Spurs, said he only wanted to go to Los Angeles, either the Lakers or the Clippers. Toronto gave up DeMar DeRozan, took a chance, and won a title.
Yeah.
If the Sixers won a title with Damian Lillard, even though he said he didn't want to go there, wouldn't that be worth it?
I was just gonna tell you that if he goes to any team and they win, Damian Lillard is gonna be happy.
Yeah, he'll forget about
That
Miami.
doesn't guarantee they're going to win if he goes to Philly or Boston.
But to your point, Michael, it is interesting that he's trying to dictate where he goes.
Right.
That's what I'm most interested in. The NBA, for some reason, for the last several years, players have been able to kind of dictate where they go.
Right.
And I'm not talking about free agents. I'm talking about guys who demanded a trade to a certain team and got it.
Right.
Got sent. Exact. Bradley Beal, it just happened. Anthony Davis, demanded he wanted to only go to the Lakers. I think that for whatever reason, players in the NBA have had so much success dictating where they go that's what Lillard's agent is trying to do.
But here's the thing. I'm a little bit disappointed in Damian Lillard.
Why?
For?
After all of these years, being just Mr. Trailblazer. He calls his shot and reduces any sort of leverage that the Blazers might have in trading him. If he had kept it under wraps that Miami was his choice, then other teams would be bidding, including Miami. Miami can give up virtually nothing for him because he's called his shot, and they're the only team that he can be traded to. Lillard should have kept all this quiet so that they could have shopped him to everybody, even knowing that at the end of the day, we're going to trade him to Miami.
I don't disagree with you, but if I'm Portland, if I'm Joe Kernan, the GM of the Blazers, I shop him to every team anyway.
Yes, but Lillard could have kept this quiet.
Right.
He could have kept a lid on this and allowed there to still be some negotiating.
But do you want to acquire a player, great as he is, who doesn't want to be in your locker room?
Yes.
But once
Pepe?
again, if the guy plays the way he knows how to play and the team wins the championship, he's going to be happy. Everybody's going to be
but
happy.
that's no guarantee he's going to win, Pepe.
And besides, is
Well-
it correct?
Well, there's no
for a
guarantee he's
player-
going to win in Miami.
But he wants to go to
Michael-
Miami.
Or Pepe, he could, to Michael's point, he could pull a James Harden. You know,
Yeah.
Harden has gone into several situations, and the minute he wanted out, he just stops playing. You know, and then you've traded all those assets.
Pepe, his heart wouldn't be in his job if he's in a situation where he doesn't want to be.
Then,
Great as he is.
Then that's wrong. Then that's wrong.
No, he's
because,
a human.
No, it's a human. If you don't do your job,
But
you're
Pepe,
a
what-
human. If you don't, and you say, I'm not going to talk today. I mean, you talk, John. I'm not going to talk. How
Yeah.
long are you going to be there?
I'm not Damian Lillard. If I
How
was as
long
great,
are you going to be there?
But
That's my
Pepe,
question.
I don't. I think what Michael is saying, correct me if I'm wrong, is if you trade for a disgruntled player, you're right. That's a wrong way to handle it, but it's reality, and you have to deal with reality. If Damian Lillard goes into Boston and he acts like James Harden did when he was in Brooklyn and in Houston at the end, then you've given up all those assets to get a player that's going to screw you.
whose heart's not in it.
How long have you been doing this? For a long, long time.
Yeah.
You too. How many cases like Harden do we have in the NBA in general? How many?
It's very rare.
Very rare. So we don't know for sure if Lillard is going to do that.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
We don't know for sure.
No, he'll play, but
You're
he,
assuming that.
No,
you know
saying
what
he'll
is-
play,
you know
but he
what
won't
assuming
play
is?
hard?
No, he'll play hard, but he doesn't
what
really
Harden
want to
did.
be there. It's like you're forcing somebody to go out with you, you know, or forcing someone to work for you, and they don't want to be there.
Here's
Mace.
the thing. If I'm Daryl Morey, I make this trade and say deal with it.
Right. Well, it's interesting. Michael will tell this story, but when Jerry West traded for Michael, one of the first things he told you was, hey, if you ever don't want to be here, I want you to tell me, and I will get you out of here.
And that was for anybody.
Not the same
Magic,
story.
Kareem,
Yeah,
anybody.
same story.
It was different. It
Why?
was totally different. Because now, who controls the NBA? The
Players.
players or the owners?
Players.
The
Players.
players.
In your time, who controlled the NBA?
Well, the owners had more power back
Okay,
then.
that's the answer.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm watching Winning Time, the new season.
How is it?
It is fantastic.
Oh, good.
I have to
Yeah,
start
it is
watching.
fantastic. No sign of Michael Thompson.
Well,
no
wait.
sign of James Worthy. Not yet.
Yeah. Okay, but he's there. He's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're-
Worthy's
they're
coming.
saving the best for last, Pepe. Me.
They can't find anyone to play that Michael will say was good-looking enough
Rick
to
Fox.
play him.
I told Kevin Rick Fox.
I'll
Rick
tell you
Fox
what.
has gray hair now. You think he'd shave it for you?
The guys that play Magic and Kareem are
so good.
unbelievable.
So good.
The Magic, I forget the name of the actor, but he looks at a glance so much like
Yeah,
Magic.
and I'll tell you this too. Even Jeannie has said this, and you know, Jeannie was not a huge fan of Winning Time because she had her own Hulu project going on. But I agree with her when she says this. I think John C. Reilly should win an Emmy for playing Dr.
He was
Claus.
great. He was
Totally.
great. Jeannie
Yeah.
said that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael, you will be in that show if it was a horror movie.
I'll take anything.
Hey,
By the
Rich-
way, Jeannie plays a much larger role, the Jeannie character,
Right.
in Winning Time.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Hey, what Padres can we
Okay.
get?
So here's everybody wants to know why do the Padres, and we're expecting Cam Reddish to join us from the Lakers any minute, so we could change course. So the Padres, their failure can be summarized with one statistic. They are actually very good in terms of their offense. They're 6th in earned run average. They're 29th with runners in scoring position. So there is no timely hitting whatsoever with that team. And that you can trace their failure to right off the bat. Now, there are reports today that they may be sellers at the trade deadline. And among the players that they would potentially move are Blake Snell, who is a walkaway free agent, Josh Hader, who's a walkaway free agent, and Juan Soto, I guess who's a walkaway free agent, has not signed yet. So those are the three guys they're thinking about trading. John, do you think the Padres would ever make a deal with the Dodgers?
I think it'd be hard because they're rivals, but if you can offer the best prospects, you got to take what's best for your team. And if I'm the Dodgers, the one guy that on that list you just mentioned, I want Hader.
Oh, Hader would totally solidify
left-handed,
that bullpen.
throws 100 miles an hour. He'd be perfect for what the Dodgers
Hudson
need.
looked really good last night.
How about
I wouldn't
this?
say he looked really good.
He got the save.
Well,
yes, he did.
Greg, am I right? I was kind of...
Yeah, you're right.
I was flipping
wanted
in and
the
out.
bases loaded.
Runners on base,
Did the Pirates have the bases loaded in the 8th and the 9th
It
with
was the
no outs?
It was the 7th and the 9th with no outs, and they couldn't get a run across both times.
Boy, that's lucky.
What difference
Dodgers.
could you imagine Josh Hader on this team?
Yeah, I mean, he's scary right now, too. He hasn't really been the best Josh Hader that we've seen. The guy that I would really love to go after, which is probably not possible, is Devin Williams in Milwaukee.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to give up Devin Williams.
I mean, who knows what they're going to do?
Great player.
He's a great player. That's an
unbelievable
actual
pitcher.
closer that has great stuff and still in his prime. Hader, yes, absolutely, I would probably take him, but the problem is that he's very, very up and down right now. He's not the same wipe-away guy that he used to be.
No, I think the Dodgers' priorities at the trade deadline, and I'm guessing that Andrew Friedman is going to figure all three of these things out. One, they need a right-handed bat. And an outfielder, because right now they've got the Peralta Trace is out. They're missing a right-handed bat, so I think that's one priority. Bullpen, a closer or a setup guy of value, and then one starting pitcher. I think they absolutely need. The guy I would love is Lucas Giolito.
He'd be good.
He'd be very, very
L.A.
good.
kid, by the way.
What would you think of guys like Marcus Stroman?
Yeah, Marcus Stroman
or Shane Bieber.
I mean,
bring them both on.
Yeah.
I think Stroman is a guy that could be had, though. He's with the Cubs.
Yep.
They're
not going anywhere.
No, they're not going anywhere. He's signed for a couple years.
Right.
Yeah, maybe make the move there.
It's a good. I mean, Friedman is going to address these things because, as I've been saying, this baseball team is good. It's just it's not good by Dodger standards.
You have to keep in mind that other teams might want these players too.
Oh, sure.
The Rangers are doing really good.
Oh, yeah,
and
they're
going to look for to even get better.
They're good,
and they lost to Grom, and they keep just rolling.
Yeah. All right, coming up next for you, we anticipate hearing from Cam Reddish of the Lakers, and on top of that, the story of the stud player and the manager who tried to bust him for something that he thought was against the rules. That's coming up next. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate.
This Saturday, July 8th, Jada Toys returns to the automotive scene with the event of the summer. Jada Toys presents Homecoming. Homecoming is a celebration of car culture, exhibiting show-stopping vehicles. Taking place at Ancillary Studios in Costa Mesa this Saturday, July 8th from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Jada Toys will debut a new line of die-cast vehicles. This event is free, so join the ESPN LA team at Ancillary Studios in Costa Mesa this Saturday, July 8th between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m.
Hey, it's Travis here. Don't forget, you're going to want to go to ESPNLA.com and nominate a local high school junior or senior for a chance to win $250 in cash plus a VIP experience at our All-Star Friday night coming up in a couple of weeks. You only got a couple of more days to do it. Nominations close on Friday. You still have a chance to get $250 into the pocket of a kid that's doing well in school, doing well in the community as well. That, of course, is from our pals at Rotolo Chevrolet and Capozio Buick GMC. ESPNLA.com. Go nominate your kid. Get them $250 and an experience that they'll remember for the rest of their lives.
Imaging Thursday with Mason in Ireland. Michael Thompson's here. Pepe Montilla. What are you doing? You got cigarettes? What are they? The candies?
Who gave you these?
Ain't these cool? Remember when you used to have these as kids?
They're bubblegum cigarettes.
Candy
you want one of
cigarettes.
these?
I think they banned candy cigarettes, haven't they?
They're called Stallions.
Not in the Bahamas, apparently.
I ordered it on Amazon.
Is that where you ordered?
I used
You
to
got
love
it?
these.
No, what?
Pretending like you're smoking.
Oh, that's very cool.
That's very mature of you.
Yeah, let's
Take one and then
all pretend.
Take one and
like we're
then,
smoking.
then blow the smoke out. Blow the smoke out. You look like you're smoking.
Oh, does
Look.
it? Oh, that's very funny.
You want one, Pepe?
I feel dirty even having
I
this.
I know. You know, the one thing that killed smoking more
That's
than
what it
anything,
makes.
well, cancer killed smoking, but also it became so unbelievably uncool to smoke.
Yeah, but you know, if
Well, a lot of people still do, believe it or not.
But you hardly ever see it now.
No.
Not like
Look at Morales.
Not
He's
like in the past.
puffing away.
Guys used to smoke in the locker room in the NBA back in the 60s and 70s.
So
Everybody was a guy
calm.
would just light up in the locker room.
Oh, yeah.
I also feel like the world was a little bit calmer where everybody was smoking.
Remember Jim Leland used to, when he was managing the Tigers, used to disappear
Earl
into
Weaver.
the tunnel and
Yeah.
smoke cigarettes during the game?
Would it be wrong if an NBA coach lit up a cigar in victory like Red Auerbach used to do? What would you think?
I think cigars fall into a different category.
They do.
Like for example, I finished the Arnold Schwarzenegger documentary, which is fantastic.
And he's smoking a beautiful Padron at one point.
He says he never stopped.
Yeah.
Never stopped smoking cigars, even when he was the governor. I think cigars fall into a different category than cigarettes.
What about pipe?
The series.
A pipe?
A pipe, like Fred
When was
McMurray
the
on
last
My
time
Three
I
Sons.
love
anybody
pipes.
saw a pipe?
I love pipes.
Oh, actually, no, I saw one last night.
I saw one. I was watching Anchorman and Tim Robbins when they get in the Anchorman fight had a pipe.
I love the smell of pipe tobacco.
Pepe, you like cigars?
No.
Oh, you don't?
No.
So next Friday night, the All-Star Friday night, if I light up a cigar during...
Well, you can light up early because Team Slee will be up by 10 runs.
Wow.
It doesn't bother me.
I'll tell you, I'll take the 10 runs. Are you giving me 10 runs?
Why do you think that the team is going to lose?
Yeah, why do
Because
you
they
think
have the best batter?
Yeah.
No, they have all the best batters. They have Kirk Morrison is the best. Matt Burke's the second best.
No, Matt Burke is not the second best.
The second best hitter?
Not the second best. I think Travis is the second best.
It just depends on which version of Matt Burke you get. How much
Right.
sticky icky does he have in
Well,
him?
last year, Matt Burke made a key error.
No one cares about defense in these games.
Yeah, they allowed.
Bergman,
he
do you
allowed
not agree
runs
with
to
me
score.
that the team you're on is a heavy favorite?
I would think it's a heavy favorite.
I
yeah,
completely
look
Great
at
Beto
that.
Duran's walking in, but he's not playing.
Beto, are you not in this game?
No, Beto's doing a fight.
Do you guys drink beer during this game?
You can.
You can, sure. Sure, I
Steve,
think Beto
you
drank
have to- if
beer
you're
during the game.
If you're
last
the
year.
coach,
Yeah.
you have to be smart and play the game the way it's supposed to be played.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
How's that, Pepe?
I mean, if one of those guys is hitting and he's hot, you just give him the base.
No.
Yeah.
You don't walk. It's not
If
walking in
somebody's-
softball.
No,
There was a lot of walking
Wait,
last
Mason,
year.
didn't you intentionally walk somebody last year?
I did. I intentionally walked Kurt Morris.
Of course, I would do the
He
same.
was 3 for 3 with 3 home runs.
You didn't give him nothing to hit.
They gave him nothing to hit.
I would do the same.
Absolutely not.
I
Actually,
would do
I
the
think we
same.
just pointed to first base and said, go. You heard what I'm doing in this thing. I'm pointing out to left field at some point.
I know.
And then I'm going to...
Now that I will bet against.
I will hit a jack. I will drive that ball right
Greg,
out of
do
the
I
park.
already have...
Yes, you
I
have
bet-
$25,000 on him not hitting home run. I have 20, and Jorge has 50.
121,000 that we win that game.
Wow.
121,000.
Why 121,000?
That's because that evens me out to 3.
Oh, that would even me out to 3. Sure, yeah, that's a good bet. Look, we are heavy underdogs. We are heavy underdogs. But the one thing that we've
That's
got,
a lot of money, Jorge.
I'll
that
pass
is a lot
Mason
of money.
if I win.
Do you pass me if
Yeah,
you win?
because you won't hit a home run, and then we'll win.
He'd win $171,000 if he hits both.
There you go.
We are going to play station to station baseball.
Oh, God.
We are going to play small ball. Nobody's going to necessarily go yard except for me and Travis.
I think you're having fun out
You guys
there.
going to bunt?
No.
You can't bunt in a softball game. You shouldn't
bunt.
be allowed to intentionally walk somebody in a softball
Look,
game.
if they have somebody like Kaplan pitching, I'm telling you, he's throwing the ball like behind me, and then he's complaining.
There is
that I
Cap
didn't hit
right
the ball.
there.
There
He
is
disagrees with your ability as a
the
pitcher.
The worst softball pitcher in history, Scott Kaplan, could not find the plate to save his life. All right. Hey, I wanted to get to the story. Did you see what Ellie De La Cruz did last night?
Yeah.
Now,
So
okay,
good.
did you see the whole drama and the way it played out with the knob at the end of his bat?
Correct. So at some point last night, Ellie De La Cruz has a knob, this plastic sort of knob. At the end of
It's
his
like
bat.
it's like a koozie for a bat.
Right.
You know, you put it on the end of the bat so you don't get splinters.
Yeah. And by the way, Ellie De La Cruz is superstar player with the Cincinnati
How old is
Reds.
he?
23, I heard.
Where's he from?
Maybe younger. I'll look it up.
I don't know.
Where's he from?
He's friggin'
Dominican?
I think he's Venezuelan, but I'll look it up.
He's 28.
So anyway, he's playing the Nationals. Dave Martinez at some point says to the umpire, "Hey, I want you to go check that bat. Check that bat. I'm not sure that bat's legal. Check that bat."
Right.
Umpire goes over, checks the bat, says, "No, it's fine." 3 innings later, 455-foot home run.
No, wait. Well, so here's the weird thing. The umpire checked it, and the Reds said, "We've cleared this with Major League Baseball." And the umpire says, "I have no documentation of that, so take it off." So he took it off and struck out. Comes up the second time, pops out. By the third time, the Reds had called Major League Baseball, found the documentation, and said, "Tell this to the umpires." They tell the umpires. The umpires walk over to Dave Martinez and say, "Hey, they've had this cleared with MLB. It's illegal. The knob at the end of the bat is a legal cover."
Mm-hmm.
And Martinez goes, "All right, if it's legal, I have no issue with it." De La Cruz puts it back on the bat and hits a 450-foot home run.
Yep.
So it just goes to show you, baseball's mental, man.
He's 21, by the way.
21
He's
years
21.
old?
Yeah.
So he says.
Yeah.
Where is he from, Bergman? Is he from
He's
Venezuela?
from the Dominican.
He's from the DR.
Yeah, and he looks great.
He's 30.
He's 30.
32.
That's on record how they manipulate the ages down there.
Yeah, he's 30. 30. Hey, I was getting a dog yesterday.
What happened?
So it's been a really
Mike?
It's really a rough few days.
Mike the dog?
Rough few days.
Not happening?
Okay. So first, we found out that Mike is going to weigh 28 pounds or 30 pounds. So that's,
by the time he gets full grown.
by the time
It's too big for the other
so
dogs?
Mike was out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we had this other girl dog that we looked at. Her name was Danny, and she had just given birth, and we're not looking for a mom. So we're still in the market for a dog. Still getting one. Don't know if their name is going
All
to be
right.
Marge or Mike, but I'm
Can I give
definitely
you
getting a dog.
Can I give you a weird suggestion?
Sure.
What's the name of the girl who used to be the sideline reporter for the Dodgers? She left a couple of years ago. Alana Rizzo.
Oh, she's a huge dog person.
No, she runs a dog shelter.
Does she?
Yeah.
Back east?
I think that it's...
She's back east doing MLB Heat and stuff
send
like
her a
that.
DM and
I
say,
will.
"Hey, you're looking." And I think that they have ways to get the dog to you, and you can go online and look it up. But she's always looking for people to adopt. Her and Keith Olbermann.
Keith Olbermann
are always looking for people to adopt dogs. So reach out to those two, see if that helps.
Weird. Okay, I definitely will. But eventually, we're getting a third dog. Eventually. All right. We're getting Cam Reddish right now. Cam Reddish of the Lakers.
Okay, so Michael, you know now, I brought up that 2019 draft with Zion Williamson, John Morant, and R.J. Barrett. We're 1, 2, and 3. 8, 9, 10 in that draft. Okay? Number 8, Jackson Hayes. Number 9, Rui Hachimura. Number 10, Cam Reddish.
Wow.
We've got 8, 9, and 10 out of that draft now.
And Cam Reddish joins us right now. Cam, welcome. How are you, man?
I'm doing well. How you guys doing?
We're doing great, Cam. And I don't know if you just heard that setup I was talking about, but that 2019 draft, which had a couple of your college teammates, Zion and R.J. Barrett, you guys now have 8, 9, and 10 from that draft. Jackson Hayes, Rui, and you. I would imagine this for you is a fresh start with some young guys comparable to you talent-wise. I won't put words in your mouth, but I got to figure you're pretty excited.
I'm extremely excited, man. It's a blessing. I'm happy to be here. I'm excited to be here, and I just can't wait to get to work.
Cam, you forget about 7-footers. When I'm an old man in my 60s, and when I was coming up, when I was your age, all the rage was finding a 7-footer, a 7-footer. Got to get a 7-footer. But now the NBA has changed so much, become such a perimeter game. You are the perfect specimen for an NBA player. 6'8", a 3-and-D guy, long, rangy, athletic. Tell the Laker fans what you are going to bring to this team.
I'm going to bring a whole bunch of things to the team. I'm going to bring toughness, phenomenal personality. I'm very personable. A winning mentality. And a bunch of more things. I can't think right now. You kind of caught me on the spot a little bit.
That's right.
That's okay.
Yeah. So, Cam, what's the most valuable lesson you've learned through your early career here in the NBA?
The work doesn't stop, no matter what's going on. You might go through some things, ups and downs throughout the season, but the work does not stop. You got to work every single day, no matter what's going on. So I would just say, continue to work hard, no matter what.
So, Cam, I mentioned that two of your other Duke teammates, you guys were all in the same draft, Zion, R.J. Barrett, and you. What was practice like at Duke? You all played 1 year. So did Coach K play you guys together? Did you guard each other in practice? Or what was it like having 3 lottery picks on the same team the 1 year you were at Duke?
In the early summer, we played against each other a lot. Like, we played pickup a lot.
Right.
But as the season started, Coach K wanted us to build that, that camaraderie and stuff. So we played together a lot during practice. And, that's kind of why we were so good. Kind of got to learn each other, get that chemistry. But early on, we played against each other a lot.
I have a friend who went to Duke, and he told me that you were the leader on that team, that Zion and RJ were great players, but that you were the vocal one. You were the one that was kind of, bringing everybody together. Is that something that you consider part of your game, that you're a leader on the court and can work with some of the other young guys?
Yeah, I would say so. But to be honest with you, I think the leader on the team was Trey Jones. He had the most. He talked the most on the team, but I would say so. Yeah, I definitely take pride in being a leader.
Speaking of the leader on the team, is LeBron James, of course, is the leader for the Lakers. I know you and LeBron have a little bit of a relationship. Have you talked to LeBron since you're signing with the Lakers, and what he expects out of you as a young player?
I have not talked to him. He's definitely an extremely busy man, but I have not talked to him yet.
Yeah. Hey, what is free agency like? I mean, you go to free agency and you've got the entire league in front of you. What was it like? How did you narrow it down to the Lakers? How did that all work?
I actually was speaking of Trey Jones, I was at his wedding when it all went down. And I got a phone call from Darvin Ham, and honestly, it was a no-brainer for me. It was kind of like, once I got the phone call, that was it. I kind of I was ready to come to LA, and I felt like it was the best move for me and my family, and so to me it was a no-brainer.
Cam, what did Darvin tell you he wants out of you? I know that he always says to us that defense first. He's a big defense first coach. He doesn't like guys who play themselves off the floor defensively, and if you defend, you're going to find minutes on this team. Was that his message, or was it something else?
No, that was definitely a part of his message. He definitely told me come in and defend, which I'm very capable of doing. So it didn't faze me at all. But hit open shots. Just play the right way. Play the right way and defend. Defend extremely well, and I can do both of those things. So
all right.
No worries there.
So Cam, do you speak any Spanish at all?
I took Spanish when I was in like elementary school, but I don't really remember too much.
With us today is one of the Spanish announcers for the Lakers, Pepe Mantilla. Pepe, throw something at Cam. What do you got?
It's very important to me to know what does it mean to you to play for a team like the Lakers in Los Angeles.
It's a blessing. I'm very big on my faith, so I would just say it's an extreme blessing, man. I can't take it for granted. It's a really good opportunity for me, and so I'm just looking forward to helping this team get wins.
Awesome. Well, listen, Cam, congratulations. Welcome to Los Angeles.
Great to have you here, man.
Purple and gold, man.
Welcome to Los Angeles.
Thank you, Cam.
Thank you, Cam. Have a great day.
All right, there's Cam Reddish, brand new league.
Well, we know what kind of wine he likes.
Reddish.
Reddish.
So it could be a rosé.
Rosé,
yeah.
right. A rosé is reddish.
Pepe, what do you think?
Yes, Michael.
Oh my God!
Whatever you say.
Yeah,
Michael.
whatever you say, Michael.
I mean, like you're a hero.
Thank you, Pepe. Am I your hero?
You're the hero of a town with no people.
That's kind of town I grew up in the islands.
I was going to say.
All right,
sounds like where he grew up.
That's right, Pepe.
We got Game of Games coming up for you in 10 minutes. It's Michael Thompson's game today. Hey, J.J. Watt gave a commencement speech with some great advice, but he wasn't allowed to use it. We got that coming up next for you. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, if you've never tried BB Go, you're missing out on bold, authentic Korean flavor. Whether it's for a meal or a snack, BB Go is the perfect way to flavor up your next get-together. It's America's favorite and #1 Asian snack brand. BB Go believes that food brings people together. There's no better way than to share some premium, delicious Korean flavor. You can find BB Go in the frozen food section of your local supermarket, Target, Walmart, or Costco. BB Go, the official game day snack of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Game of Games,
It is not Game of Games.
It is not Game of Games.
What's going on over there?
It's a teaser. It's a teaser for Game of Games.
I'm already on edge, as you can tell.
You are.
Well, this
copy.
The copy is so bad today.
But there's 6 copies of the copy.
It's a live imaging Thursday on Mason and Ireland.
God, this copy.
Juicy, though.
No, that's summertime is juicier.
Juicier. Juicy summer. Spicy.
Coming up in about 20 minutes, Super Crosstalk with Shidano and Cappy.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun frivolity all afternoon for a live imaging Thursday. Now, we're coming off a team bonding exercise last night.
Oh,
we went to the
yeah.
Sparks game. We went to dinner.
Which is cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
They played the.
When's the last time you guys did team bonding?
We're going to 21st.
bonding.
We're going to watch the Barbie movie.
Yeah,
Well,
we're
I
going
am
to
a
see
Bar-
Barbie movie on the 21st.
I am a Barbie girl.
If it was any other
We're
day.
gonna go, do you want to see Barbie or Oppenheimer?
Both.
What about Insidious, the Red Door?
They're
Did you know
calling
that-
it Barbenheimer.
Is that the same as Behind the Green Door?
No, that's a different movie.
Very different movie. Very different movie.
Mission Impossible.
Oh, Mission Impossible.
There's another
Yeah,
Mission
I'd go to
Impossible.
that.
Yeah,
Come
Mission Impossible.
Speaking of
Dead
Tom-
Reckoning.
Speaking of Tom Cruise, did you ever see the movie Vanilla Sky?
Oh yeah,
I watched that Sunday
Cameron
morning.
Diaz is a
Very
nightmare
good.
in that
Very
movie,
good.
isn't she?
Unfortunately, yes.
I mean, spoiler alert: she drives him off a bridge, right?
Well, don't spoil it.
Come on.
Well, it's 20 years old.
Yeah,
It's a
that's
great
a
movie,
Cameron Crowe
That's
movie.
that's a remake of a European movie.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
I forgot the name of the movie.
Yeah, boy, Pepe gives me tips all the. Like you went to see Indiana Jones this weekend.
Yeah.
And did you like it?
Very much.
Why do you think the rest of the country said, it didn't do really well?
Well, I don't know. I mean, but I really like it.
Yeah,
I
you
really
liked
like
it. Michael, is Harrison Ford too old to play Indiana
No,
Jones?
I think it's okay. Does he do any stunts? Like, does he still pull out the whip?
He still has a whip, apparently.
Yeah.
Pepe, does he? He has a whip.
Yeah.
What
and
else?
Can he still run from the rock?
He's amazing.
Or does he have a bad hip? Does he have a bad hip to go in the
No,
whip?
he's a bad hip. Hopefully, he doesn't have to fly a plane.
I like the movie. I like the movie. It's entertaining from the beginning to the end.
Okay, I'm definitely
Okay.
going to see it.
Is
It's
this the
not-
Mission Impossible or Indiana Jones?
Indiana
Indiana
Jones.
Jones.
Indiana, it's not
Indiana
like
Bones,
it's not
man.
like
Indiana
Raiders.
Bones.
Whip them out for the win.
What the hell? Hey, before you get to this J.J. Watt thing,
Yeah.
Britney Spears has issued a statement.
Oh.
Here it is. It's too long to read the whole thing. So she says, I am aware of the player's statement where he mentions I grabbed him from behind, but I simply tapped him on the shoulder. His security then backhanded me in the face without looking back in front of a crowd, nearly knocking me down and causing my glasses to fall off my face.
Oh.
I get swarmed by people all the time. In fact, that night I was swarmed by a group of at least 20 fans. My security team didn't hit any of them.
There you go.
Yeah.
This story is super embarrassing to share. However, I think it's important to share and to urge people in the public eye to set an example and treat all people with respect. I stand with all the victims, and my heart goes out to all of you. I have yet to get a public apology from the player, his security, or their organization. I hope they
Now, what they
will.
should do is he makes his debut tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
They should have Britney sitting right courtside, an invitation of
And women should hand her a dozen roses
Exactly.
and make
Right.
it all go
and
away.
she should hand him the papers for the lawsuit. Roses for lawsuit.
That's right.
I believe that's
Now-
Hey,
official.
Pepe, you should star in the next James Bond movie. You know why?
Oh,
We can
God.
call it Juan Bond.
Juan Bond.
And you should do the next Indiana is Indiana Dumb.
Don't say that people from Indiana.
Dome. I love that.
Michael in a hat.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
With a whip.
Now,
That's
I
right.
thought, JJ, have you ever given a commencement speech?
I'm open to do commencement speeches everywhere. I've never been invited.
Would
I
it
would
be
love to do it.
Would it be uplifting, or would you warn them about the dangers of the world?
It would be uplifting, Michael. That's what a commencement is all
All
about.
right, now
you tell
speaking-
them it's going to be great, even though it may suck.
Speaking of uplifting,
Yes.
I thought J.J. Watt, who gave the commencement speech at his alma mater, the University of Wisconsin, last weekend, I thought J.J. Watt came up with a brilliant idea to conclude his speech and do an uplifting thing. Apparently, the school disagreed. Here's J.J. Watt on a podcast explaining what happened.
You did the commencement speech. How was it, and are you going back to class?
Oh, I'm not going back to class. Are you kidding me? But a funny story from that was I was talking to the university and I really wanted to do something special and cool. So I was trying to find a way to make mine memorable. And I was talking to the university and I was like, this is what I want to do. Spotted Cow is the best beer in Wisconsin. It's incredible. I want to put a Spotted Cow under every single seat in the stadium. I'll pay for it all. I'll pay for the labor to put it under the seats. But at the end of my commencement speech, I'm going to say, and now to congratulate you, just reach under your seat and have a cold one on me. And they were like, yeah, we can't do that legally. We cannot. So then I tried. I was like, well, what if I tape underneath there a gift certificate for one beer down at the Terrace, which is like where everybody would go after graduation. I was like, I'll give them one Spotted Cow at the Terrace. And they're like, we just can't associate alcohol with our graduation. So it ruined my idea, but I thought that would have been such a badass idea.
What do we do after something good happens? We celebrate.
Right.
How do we celebrate? With a beer.
Haven't these deans of these colleges been students themselves? And what
Right.
do they do? What do they do when they're in college?
And I don't understand. I mean, I understand.
By the way, if it was like me, I was already loaded when I went to my commencement.
Right, and I think a lot of kids are, and I think that I understand like why you wouldn't want to put beers under the seats
Right.
because they could throw the bottles. It could be a safety hazard. Even if you do cans, it could be bad.
Yeah.
But explain to me how the gift certificate at a local bar
Yeah.
would be.
And they're all adults. They're all 21.
They're all grown up.
Jeez.
I mean, I guess thinking critically here, like somebody could go to the bar, get drunk,
Oh,
but
yeah, like that's not going to happen.
and they're going to sue, but they couldn't sue J.J. Watt. He
No.
only gave him one beer.
Exactly.
Right. No, I don't get. Now, my
Bunch of
commencement,
prudes.
it may not have worked because my commencement speaker was Mr. Rogers.
Really?
Yeah, Fred Rogers
Mine?
was our commencement speaker.
Carol Burnett.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, she was great.
Mike was Christopher Columbus.
Christopher Columbus.
That's right. He was
So
the
what
first
was-
one there.
Pepe,
what was
Michael didn't
Columbus-
graduate from Minnesota.
What was
Come on.
Columbus like?
He
Michael?
said he was there to save us natives. He was going to bring us new diseases.
All right.
He did well.
Coming up next is Game of Games. It's Michael Thompson's game today. Michael, you want to give us a little preview?
It's about cocktail parties.
Cocktail
Since I'm
parties.
hosting.
Since he's hosting a party this weekend. Okay, that's coming up next.
That's right,
Mason,
Pepe.
Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, we did this yesterday. We do it again. Combat poker at the Commerce Casino. You got to be a part of this. So it's free to enter. The top 18 advance to the second round. I'd probably be top 300, but that's okay. That's just me. Top 18 advance to the second round. Chance to win $10,000. All you got to do is go to espnla.com. That's espnla.com. Make sure to enter.
This Saturday, July 8th, Jada Toys returns to the automotive scene with the event of the summer. Jada Toys presents Homecoming. Homecoming is a celebration of car culture, exhibiting show-stopping vehicles. Taking place at Ancillary Studios in Costa Mesa this Saturday, July 8th from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Jada Toys will debut a new line of die-cast vehicles. This event is free, so join the ESPN LA team at Ancillary Studios in Costa Mesa this Saturday, July 8th between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m.
What a roller coaster of a season for our Lakers.
From a season start that left us all feeling hopeless.
And the Lakers going to fall to 2-10 on the season.
Rob making huge moves at the deadline.
Vanderbilt went over 3 Warriors and grabbed it and put it back up and in.
Hope returning to Crypto.com in the Southland.
Here's D'Angelo Russell. Kicks it right side. Hachimura for 3. Good again. This kid can't miss. One-on-one against Kenrick Williams. Backing him in. Turns. Shoots. Scores! There it is! All hail the new king in town. Young and old, gather round. From one iconic Laker to another. The king, LeBron James, has passed the captain.
And a playoff run nobody saw coming.
We told our analytical department that gave us a 0.3% chance of making it to the postseason. Now here we are in the playoffs.
I don't care. He's old. I poke bears. I don't respect no one until they come.
Austin Reeves has got it. Reeves to LeBron, lay it up and in. 42-13 Lakers.
For an old guy, he beat Brooks down the floor pretty easily.
They threw Dylan Brooks out of the game.
We cheered together, we celebrated together, and we will smile together now that the season is over. Thanks, King, AD, Austin, and the rest of the Lake Show for getting us back to the playoffs.
The home of the 17-time champion LA Lakers. 710 ESPN.
Hey, here we go. Oh, go ahead, Chris. Go ahead, Morales.
Games live thing. Because I was going to just play the tape.
Do it. Do it.
Game of Games time.
Come on.
No. Do it with feeling.
Fine,
Come
it's
on.
live imaging Thursday with Mason in Ireland, and it is time. Thanks to our friends at calljacob.com. It's Game of Game time. Game of Games time. One more time. It's Game of Games time Take it away,
What
Mace.
is this? It needs to be edited.
Well, I don't usually do this live.
Well, I mean, you came in here, you sat in
They
front of a
said
microphone.
go in there and do it live.
But you
do it live.
Then you didn't.
I did do it
Then
live.
you complained about doing live. Then you did it with no energy, and then you don't even. You're gutless.
All right, 5 players: Jorge, Bergman, Mace, Ireland, and Pepe.
Okay.
Michael Thompson is the host of today's Game
I'm
of
due
Games.
for a win.
Michael, what do we got?
My party for you leeches on Saturday is the game. Cocktail parties. I'm sure half of you suckers won't show up on Saturday anyway, I'm hoping.
Hoping we don't show up.
Pepe, you coming?
Well, you don't want me to go.
I hope you get lost.
Bring
on the way.
Liz. Are you bringing Liz?
Yeah, of
I
course.
love Liz.
All right, in honor of the party and in memorial for Amanda Brown, that's why we're doing the party. Since we've moved into this house, here we go. Since we have moved into this house, fellas, 3 years ago, this will be how many parties we've hosted at the house. First, second, or third?
Jorge.
Third.
Greg.
First.
Mace.
Second.
I'll say first. Pepe.
I'll say first, too.
It is the third.
Oh, Jorge.
You guys paid
How
attention.
come we weren't invited to the other one?
Well, it was
I
a
never
bridal
got
shower,
invited.
and then the other one was a
Housewarming?
baby shower.
Baby
shower
shower.
for Roman.
All right, what do we got next?
Buzz in and try on this one,
All right,
boys.
name is your buzzer.
I will be serving hors d'oeuvres on Saturday. Who can spell hors d'oeuvres?
Mason.
Ireland.
Ireland.
H-O-R apostrophe.
Mason.
Mason.
H-O-R-D.
Greg.
Right.
H-O-R-S space D-O-E.
You're very close, though. Pepe, you're going to take a shot?
What did I miss? Wait.
No.
D-O.
No.
Jorge, you want to try or no?
No.
All right, Michael, what is it?
H-O-R-S D apostrophe O-E-U-V-R-E-S.
Yeah, I was
I
going
had
to get it if I got
zero
that
chance of
apostrophe.
getting
I
it. Zero.
Yeah, I put the apostrophe in the wrong place, or else I would have had it.
What is the definition of hors d'oeuvres? Snack, appetizer, or starter?
Ooh, that's good. A, B, or C. Greg.
Snack, appetizer, or starter?
Snack.
Mace.
Starter.
I'll say appetizer. Pepe.
Starter.
Jorge.
Snack.
It is appetizer.
Boom.
Ireland, the only one with that point.
No, Jorge has one and I have one.
Okay.
What is the only food that can never go bad or spoil ever? I'll give you hints if you need it. Anybody, just buzz in.
Mason.
Mason.
A Twinkie.
No.
Hey, you're not wrong.
They last forever, man.
Michael. I'll go Ireland.
Ireland.
Nuts.
No.
They last forever,
Pepe.
too.
Pepe.
Pepe.
Cheese.
No.
Cheese
dairy.
goes bad
What's
very
wrong
quickly.
with you?
Cheese is
Jorge.
longer.
Jorge.
Yeah.
Canned peppers.
No.
Greg, you take a shot.
I mean, do you want to give a hint? You said
I'll
were
give
gonna
you a hint. This food really sticks to you. Your wife.
3,
No.
2, 1.
It's got to be peanut
What is
butter?
it?
It's honey.
Honey.
Honey
Never goes bad.
All right. Ireland won. Jorge won. This game is turning out to be difficult. Michael?
Sliders are a popular item at a party. Which eatery introduced sliders? Applebee's, McDonald's, or White Castle?
This one is Mace.
White Castle.
I agree, White Castle. Pepe.
It is White Castle.
Jorge.
Yeah, White Castle.
Greg.
White Castle.
It is White Castle.
Everybody in the running.
Whitey Castilas, we used to call them as we ate them in our drunkenness.
I have surpassed the number of guests for the average size cocktail party. So according to the website partypro.com, the best number of guests for a cocktail party is how many people? 15, 20, or 25?
This one's me. I'm going to say 20. Pepe.
15.
Jorge.
25.
Greg.
15.
Mace.
20.
It is 15.
All right, who had 15? Pepe and Greg?
Yep.
All right, so now let me give a score update. Everybody has 2 except Mace. He has 1. All right, here's the next one.
For a typical cocktail party with 20 or so guests, how much money does the partypro.com say you should spend for food? $100, $200, or $300?
Okay, this one's Pepe.
$300.
Jorge.
2.
Greg.
3.
Mace.
3.
I'll go 3.
It is 200.
Yeah. You got it, Jorge?
Yes.
All right, you're in the lead.
How much did you spend, Mike?
$50.
Not that much.
Not
Exactly,
that much.
Pepe. 50, $49.85.
The chef alone is more than that, $300.
And for drinks with 20 or so guests, how much should you spend for drinks? $300, $400, or $500?
This one is Jorge.
500.
Greg.
500.
Mace.
500.
I'll go 400. Pepe.
400.
It is 500.
Okay. Jorge has now a commanding lead.
I got that one.
I know I got you,
Okay.
but Pepe, did you get that? No. Okay, so you and Pepe, you and I have 2. Mace, you have 2. Greg has 3, and Jorge has 4.
At a cocktail party,
So Jorge's got to go first.
according to Town and Country website, what is the best way to start a conversation at a cocktail party? The best topic, I should say. Is it sports, the decor, or the food?
Jorge.
The decor.
Greg.
Yeah, decor.
Mace.
These lamb chops are delicious. I'll say the food.
I'll go with Mason and say the food. Pepe.
Me too.
It is the decor.
Yeah. Now it is
true.
it
You
is
have a
getting
beautiful
interesting.
house.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I really like what you did in this room.
I
It's
love.
Look at that boulder. Nice boulder.
Okay. Jorge 5, Greg 4, everybody else 2.
How long does the typical cocktail party last? 2 to 3, 3 to 4, or 4 to 5 hours?
Jorge.
What was the first one?
2 to 3, 3 to 4, or 4 to 5?
3 to 4.
3.
Mace.
3 to 4.
Has there been one that they haven't?
4 to 5.
4 to 5.
Nobody said 4 to 5?
Yep.
Nobody.
I'll say 4 to 5. Pepe.
3 to 4.
It is 2 to 3 hours.
Let's go. That's it. Boy, I'll
Did
tell ya,
anybody get up at Greg?
I got that.
Michael,
All right.
I'm going to be there all night. I'm going to get there early and be the last one to leave.
All right, we're going to do Greg and Jorge are tied at 5. We have 2 each. We're going to do 5 more, and then we're done.
According to restaurantweird.com, what is the most popular cocktail at a party? Old fashioned, whiskey sour, or margarita?
Greg.
Old fashioned.
Jorge.
Margarita.
Mace.
Margarita.
I'll say whiskey sour. Pepe.
Margarita.
What is it, Mike?
Old fashioned.
Hey, I'll take the lead.
All right,
That's the
Bergman's
point.
in the lead.
Are we out?
It's
We
4.
will if we miss this.
I feel really out of this.
We're 4 down, and there are 4 questions left.
My sense is I cannot win.
Me too.
According to Mixer.com, what city is considered the cocktail capital of America? Vegas, New Orleans, or New York?
Greg.
Nolans.
Jorge.
New York.
Mace.
We have to say something different.
Say Vegas.
Vegas.
I'll say Vegas. Pepe.
Me too.
Vegas. All right, who is it, Michael?
New Orleans.
All right,
Oh,
Bergman
these
is
guys
up
dueling
2,
it out.
and there are 3 left. So Mason, Ireland, Pepe, all out.
In which country did finger foods originate? England, France, or Greece?
Greg.
France.
Jorge.
Greece.
What's the answer, Michael?
It is France.
It's over.
That's over.
Greg Bergman is your winner. Yeah. All right, so for this month, that means I have 1, Ramona has 1, and you have 1, right?
I believe so. I don't know. Yeah, is that who won the last?
Yeah, Ramona won 1 day, and I won 1 day.
Got it.
This is my chance. You're on Simon next week.
Yeah.
This is my chance to make hay. You got to make hay when the sun shines.
It's not going to.
You've never won a month ever.
Got to make hay while the sun shines. Sun's shining right now.
Yeah, but the sun has never shined on you.
Look,
We've been playing. Sedano has won more than you.
Law of averages. I'm due.
Yeah, you've been due.
Yeah.
Pepe, you were horrible again. You never win one of my games. How come?
Michael, this was hard.
Yeah, this was hard. This was a hard game.
You've never been to a cocktail party, Pepe?
No.
Michael,
but
what
they
is your
can't.
biggest fear about this cocktail party?
Let me think. That Mason
People will actually show up?
That Mason will throw up.
No, Mace doesn't throw up. Well, you did that one concert. We
Oh,
went
I
to.
did throw up
on
the
your
way to-
shoes.
on my
too.
shoes on the way to the
Exactly.
Billy Joel
No,
concert.
I don't have any fears. All you guys are easy to be around with. I keep Julie's all worried about it. I said, no, these people are easy.
Do you have a
going.
smoking area set aside?
Yeah, you can go sit outside and smoke. There's a lot
Okay.
of room outside you can
nice.
smoke if you want to.
All right,
No,
cool.
I thought you had switched to gummies.
I'm afraid.
I did now, but summertime I always end up smoking joints.
You want to smoke outside.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of you. Michael.
Why?
Because
I'm going to be a good host, Pepe.
Really.
I bet you it'll be great.
By the way,
I don't get used to see you every day.
That's
you
true.
know.
You'll see me in
You
my
see
natural,
twice in 1 week.
What
see
time
me-
does the party start?
between 5 and 6.
I'll be there at 4. And what time it ends?
When the sun goes down,
Yeah.
like 9:30.
8:39.
I'll leave it.
And the front door will be open, so just walk in. Don't ring the doorbell and not just
So
walk
I'm
in.
there from 4 to 10, Michael.
Okay, that's fine.
All right.
You'll probably be passed out by the
I
fire pit
have
anyway.
I have some questions. What is the proper attire for this party? Will you be wearing
Yeah,
exactly what you have on right now?
What will be the proper?
Just like how you, just
That's
like
a really good question because Liz asked me.
she can be as casual as you want, shorts, flip flops, whatever.
Is that right?
But
what's everybody gonna be
Zubaz pants are
Zubaz,
approved.
definitely. Zubaz is
Will
better.
Roman, your grandson, be making an appearance?
I hope so, but he's got a party the next day at the house, so I don't know.
Oh,
if he'll be
okay.
there.
Would you say it's business casual?
Very casual, extremely casual.
Not even business
Socks and
casual.
Island
slides?
casual.
Yeah, take socks and slides,
Socks and
Jorge.
slides, baby.
Jorge, are you coming down?
Yeah.
Oh,
Are you
he'll
bringing
be there.
Maite?
I don't know. Can we? I don't think so, right?
You can bring it if you want, but don't you want to have Brenda have a night out just so you can relax?
Yeah.
Drop
that'd be great.
idea.
Yeah.
Maite off at the grandma's house.
Plus, you need a designated driver.
Exactly.
All right, Game of Games is powered by Call Jacob. Winning matters. That's why after an accident, you go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Michael, I'm excited for the party.
Yeah, me too. I'm looking forward to having you guys down.
Pepe and Liz, I'm excited to see you guys at the party.
I'm gonna be there.
Get there at 4 and
gonna
bring
be
a
there.
covered dish.
I'm gonna be there like very early because I wanna. I don't know.
You want
how
to
the-
ghost out?
I wanna. I don't know how the parking is.
Oh, the park. Yeah, how is the parking?
Walk on the street.
Park on the street with the other peasants.
Nice.
Yeah, it's easy. It's easy parking.
Okay.
A lot of room.
Awesome.
This may be, and I think Michael will back me up on this, your only opportunity ever to see the Michael Thompson estate.
Yeah, this is a
There will
one-time
not
thing.
be a second party.
I'm going to take a lot of pictures.
You should.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I want to remember this night.
Oh yeah, and you should.
For the
I think
rest
there's
of my life.
there is about a 30, maybe a 25% chance Mason doesn't show up.
0% chance that I don't show.
Any other day.
Juan is so excited
Is
about
he really?
it. Oh, he's really excited
All
about
right.
it. Yeah.
I've never met Julio, so I'm looking forward
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah, no, Juan
Now,
will
does
be
he
there.
speak Spanish?
He does.
All right.
Of course.
All right, so you can corner off with Pepe,
Pepe, yeah.
and talk bad about all of us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, there you have. So, are you guys leaving and the other guys coming in? Is that how
I
this
think
works?
that's how it's gotta
okay.
work today.
Pepe, great seeing you, man. See you Saturday. Michael
Nice to
Thompson,
see
great
you.
seeing you. See you Saturday.
All right, good
coming
game.
up right now
He
is.
has to leave. Sedano's not in studio today.
Oh, he's not okay.
Oh, then everybody stay.
Stay, Pepe. See? First you ban Pepe, then you want to kick him out.
KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM, Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason in Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins. Super Crosstalk, presented by Coors Light. Coors Light, made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
There you go. It is a full house. Shadano, you out there? Not yet. Pepe's here. Cappy's here. MT is here.
Sedano was scheduled to appear.
Excellent. So Cappy, I guess it's there's no hot dog eating today. I'm glad that bit faded. I really don't need that in my life. I don't need to eat 11
Oh, that's
hot
right.
dogs
You guys
in
at one
5
point were
minutes.
talking about recreating the hot dog eating contest.
I got to say, I watched, I went to watch the hot dog eating championship on 4th of July.
It's gross.
And there was a lightning storm.
Oh, was there?
That took place. You didn't know about this?
No.
And so as a result, the competition was postponed till later in the day. And Joey Chestnut, who's the all-time champion and the record holder at 76 dogs, only won this year by eating 62 dogs.
Ooh,
because
down year.
The lightning, the rain, the way the weather played itself into the competition.
You're saying the weather is the reason he ate fewer hot dogs.
Of course.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Because the humidity and
It's not the heat.
Right.
It's the humidity.
Right. It's the humidity combined with the heat. And then what happens is you've trained your stomach to expand at a certain time of day under the expectation that that's when it goes.
And then there's the humidity.
And the humidity, the delay. And then there's the mental anguish of waiting around. You know,
As
John,
a competitor.
Right. Like if in a golf tournament, like if they pull him off the course.
Yeah, it upsets everything.
3 hours later, same
Yeah.
with a baseball game. So Chestnut was impacted.
Yeah.
I'm watching this hot dog thing. I'm disgusted. I'm sick out of my mind.
Yeah, it is really disgusting.
And I'm thinking to myself, I don't want to do this.
I thought the same.
Good. I'm glad you didn't.
I don't know who tried to set this up.
You
I don't
did.
know. No, I didn't. I absolutely did not.
No, it wasn't me either.
I think it was Lindsay Baseball
And Laura.
and Laura.
Because then every time I was like, I don't know, like I didn't really want to do it. She played this sound effect, beep, 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 like she's like I'm backing out, like she's challenging my manhood.
Well, that could work on Mason too.
Yeah, right. So now she's challenging my manhood.
Yeah,
you know, and I just didn't feel good about it. I'm like, I don't want all that sodium.
Yeah, no, I didn't need it, Shadano. I didn't need it a bit.
You did not need it, although I do have something you do need.
That's what I hear.
Yeah, now, but George, aren't you off to Summer League either tonight or tomorrow?
Tonight. I'm leaving right after the show. I have a flight right after the show.
Nice.
All right, so Mason, you're going to have to wait for it.
Yeah,
Tuesday I'll bring it in.
Tuesday
Yeah.
I get a package from the Green Cross.
All right.
Yeah, the Green Cross of Torrance, yes.
Sedano, if you see Britney Spears at the game tomorrow night, please do not smack her or attack her in any way.
I won't. And by the way, Mace, the reason I grabbed your gift from the fine folks at Green Cross of Torrance was because I was honest with them, and John will agree with me, and maybe even you will agree with me. There's zero chance you will ever leave your enclave to drive to the South Bay.
I think that's probably true.
You are correct.
In the meantime,
although I turned Chris, who's our contact at the Green Cross, who's a really great guy. I
Yes.
turned Morales on to him today. Morales has a hard to get there.
Oh, and now
so I don't know,
going.
George. I can't decide if that was a nice thing I did or a really mean thing that I did
for Chris.
to Chris Ward.
perhaps.
Introducing him to
Now,
Morales.
He did tell me, Cappy, he's got you ready to roll if you want to stop by.
Well, here's
at some
the
point
situation.
for some medicine.
We're going to get off the air tonight.
Yeah.
And then Morales and I think we're going to come to this Hermosa Beach thing.
Oh, the Taylor thing.
Yeah, you guys going?
Taylor's final
I wasn't going to, but
performance.
maybe I will. I've got a lot of
Wait.
my son is taking a statistical accounting class.
Oh, nice.
And he has, as he put it, he just texted me, I have 2 quizzes and 2 discussions due tomorrow. So I have a feeling I'm going to be buried in a book tonight. But if I get it done early, I'll come meet you.
No, don't meet us. This way, if you don't, then I won't feel guilty about not going.
Oh,
so
so you
okay.
may not go?
Don't go.
Can you stream it? Can you?
I don't- can we
why
live-
don't you?
Yeah.
But wait a minute.
Instagram
Isn't Morales your ride or are you his ride?
I'm his ride. And so Travis already told me he's not going because he went last Thursday. You know what? I'm out of this thing tonight. I was trying to be a nice
You're
guy.
giving up on
I was trying to be a nice guy. I
Well,
really was.
Taylor's moving to Iowa,
Yeah.
so it's like
Yeah.
he's not going to
What
notice.
are you saying? Just
He will never notice if I'm there or not.
Just go.
No, absolutely not.
Morales is
away.
feeling abandoned at this point.
We are going to Torrance. We're going to this
Torrance?
green
Yeah,
place.
but he may be
But
gone
not
by the
Taylor's
time.
concert.
No, Taylor's
You're
performance of 7:30 to 10:30 tonight.
No, we're going right to Torrance.
Yeah, but Chris said, you got to check with Chris, see if he's going to be there.
We
by
got
the
to
time
call
you get
Chris
there.
Ward and see if he's
All
going to be
right,
there.
I just sent Morales' number.
Yeah. No.
Text
That's
him, Chris.
Morales' thing now. Morales likes to buy stuff.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Sure he does.
Morales is like, no. I
Can
want
you
to
imagine
support
it-
our sponsors.
Can you imagine how
We-
many?
well, let me
rounds
tell
of
you
golf
something.
he's
When I went and
paid
got-
for at Black Gold.
Yeah.
When I went and got myself and Mason's gift box of medicine,
Yes.
I bought some stuff to
I did-
support.
I did
Chris
too.
Of course,
Ward.
you got to buy some stuff.
I'll even tell you guys. I probably spent. I spent $100, and he probably gave me $400 worth of stuff.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean that's how
That's a
they
good
roll.
deal. That's the
They're-
John Ireland deal.
Yeah, well, it's the 710 deal.
Are you going to
yeah.
be bringing it to Michael's dinner party?
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
We'll have everybody
Why
passed out
not?
over in the corner.
Hey, let me ask you a question, Michael. So, like your guest house,
Yeah.
is that already spoken for?
Yeah, Julie's brother's in there. He's
Oh,
down here for the party.
He is. Okay, what about like Clay's room?
Yeah, that's open.
Can I? Because I mean, Rachel and I'm trying to decide either we're going to Uber up or we're going to
Uber
drive.
from South LA. That's a long way.
I
Isn't it?
figure, aren't we going to get like rip roaring drunk?
Yes.
Well, you can stay at the house overnight, but you and Rachel got to sleep in separate rooms. Old fashioned
Oh.
here, baby.
Because your
We're not
house,
married.
Michael,
Yeah.
your house, your rules.
Right, that's right.
If Cappy, wait a minute.
Laura, no, Laura.
Wait a minute.
You
Wait a
and
minute.
Christian will have to be in separate rooms.
Oh no, Laura's not having it. No. But wait a minute. What if Cappy Michael marries Rachel before the party? Do they then get to stay in the same room?
Makes an honest
They elope.
woman of her.
Yeah.
Aren't you an officiant, Mace?
I am.
There it is.
How about-
we could
how
do it
about-
at the party.
Let's
What
do
about
it.
a wedding?
Hey,
How about a
hey,
wedding?
that sounds better than a hot dog eating competition.
That's awesome.
Sounds like less
You know,
indigestion.
I hate to.
Rachel
I don't want to
wedding.
put a damper on this in any way, but doesn't Rachel have a say in this?
Yeah, right?
No, not if she's going out with
what
Kat.
you have to ask her
what
first.
about if you and Rachel get married and me and Juan get married on the same night?
I thought you
Double
guys were
wedding.
married. You're not
No,
married?
No.
Oh,
I'm
my
not.
God.
And
I
by
didn't
the way,
know.
it's not going to happen Saturday either. No, I'm not.
Are you anti-marriage or?
I'm just not. It's just not for me.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not for me.
Not for you.
Well, wait a minute. How long have you guys been together?
17 years.
Well, you're basically married.
You are married. You're totally married.
Purposes, yeah.
What about you, Pepe? You and Liz want to tie the knot?
No.
Why not?
Why not?
No.
Does
What do
Liz
you
want
mean?
to tie the knot?
What's the point at that point? You know what I mean?
Like,
What
What do you mean?
at that point?
What do you mean at
What do
that point?
Because
You mean
Pepe's
like
old?
we're okay.
Yeah, if you're okay with it, who cares?
Yeah.
You know, you've already been that. You've
And besides, it's none of your business, Michael.
Right.
Yeah.
right.
Everything's.
You've already
everything's
been
our
there and bought the
business on this
T-shirt.
show.
That's
And Cappy's had to, actually try to sell the T-shirt. To be
That's
honest
right.
with you,
My mom and not stepdad Leo never
Yeah.
been married.
Really?
Yeah. It's not really.
hence
necessary.
never stepdad Leo.
You
Exactly.
want to accept him as your father? Is that why?
I won't accept him as my father. No, he's a cranky 81-year-old 49ers and Giants fan.
He
so,
seemed nice when he was here.
Michael, I may be confused by the directions that you've written
Why?
for me.
Oh, how's that confusing?
You said I-5 South, right?
Right.
Well, I'm coming from the South.
Well, though you'll just do the
Hey,
directions.
Cappy,
backwards.
let me see that
It's
thing.
405 to the I-5. What are you talking about?
You said I-5 South.
Yeah.
I think I'm coming north.
So
Oh, that's
take the
right.
I-5
Jeez.
north.
Yeah.
I think I'm a little confused.
That's right. I forgot about that. You come
Sorry.
from San Diego.
Isn't that right by where you stop to go to the camp?
Yeah, that's right there by Ortega Highway.
Weird that we know where
Ortega
Catherine
Highway.
stops
Yeah.
to go to the camp.
The inn, right there.
The inn.
Ortega Highway.
Yeah,
San Juan Cap.
Yeah.
Right by the Mission. Shout out.
So, Shadano, are you gambling while you're there? Do you do any gambling when you're in Vegas?
Let's just say that, I got a limit, okay?
Yeah.
But I may have already gone to the ATM today
Oh,
to
really?
avoid the $12 ATM fee that you have to deal with in Vegas.
True.
Well, not if you
Oh, there you go.
if you
That's
go to the
better. Thank
Peppermint Hippo, then it's $100 fee.
There you go.
gotta go there. But,
Yes.
but throw Sligo and I's name around, you'll go right in.
So, Don, let me ask you a question about tomorrow night.
Sure.
19,000 people. It's sold out.
Sold
at the
out.
Thomas and Mack.
Yep.
Wembanyama, I know it's only summer league, but this kid's coming in with so much hype. He better put on a show tomorrow night, huh?
No doubt about it. I mean, remember the last time they sold out was Zion, and he ripped that ball away from Kevin Knox and threw it down. Everyone went nuts, and then unfortunately got hurt, which was a precursor to the rest of his career. But, Michael, how about this? What happens if, and I don't think this will be the case, but what happens if this Britney Spears thing is such a big deal that they just say the Spurs nah, he's not going to play, and everybody shows up there to watch him?
Come on, give me a break.
No, the Spurs
Give me a
security guy
break.
that did it. It wasn't Wembanyama himself.
I know.
In the meantime, where was Britney Spears' security guy to kick his ass?
Right.
That's true.
George,
No, he has to
I-
play because ESPN, everybody's counting on him.
George,
playing.
I
And-
agree with you. I agree with you because this might be bigger than what everybody thinks.
No.
Because that shouldn't. I mean,
You can't hit a woman.
Right.
No,
but,
you can't.
You
But
can't
it's
hit
also-
anybody, but
it's
especially
not-
a woman.
It's
Yeah.
not the player. It's not Wembanyama.
No, it's
that
it's
did it.
it's the Spurs security guy.
That guy is the one.
But-
But Wembanyama should still play.
Right, but what are you going to do? You don't think somebody, if he's the player of the game and he gets an interview, what are they going to do? Not ask him about it?
No, you can't ask him about
Why?
that.
He's
That's not-
already
wait a
talked
minute,
about it.
George,
ask him about it.
George,
talked about it.
that's a role you've had in the past to be like the sideline guy who interviews
It's
the
a
big
tough
player.
spot.
Would
It's a
you
tough
ask?
spot.
Would you ask him about Brittany?
I would ask the team if they're okay with it first. but-
no.
Why would they
no,
say they're okay
weak.
with it?
No way. I'm not asking the team. I'm going for it.
Or
George
the
would
league.
like to keep his job.
Yeah, me.
Or the
I'm-
league,
I'm,
or I would go to the league and be like, "How are we handling this?"
Oh man,
But
I'd go
that's
to.
not Wemby's fault. That was a stupid.
Well, no, because here's the thing: John understands this, and Michael, you would get it too. The
We won't get
broadcast
this
can.
though, Mace.
You don't, because you're not
We're
in
at
the
the
league.
we're at the little guy table.
I'm not.
Pepe knows. Pepe knows.
We're beneath
kids'
everybody
table.
here.
Get what?
But
I've
the
been told.
broadcast can handle that
Right.
part of it.
This
right? And-
decision will be made above the sideline reporter. George,
correct.
do you even know who the sideline reporter is tomorrow night?
for that game is Cassidy Hubbard.
Yeah, she's been around the
Let me
block.
tell
Oh,
you
wait a
something.
minute, Sedano, are you doing the play-by-play?
No, I'm doing the 2 game. Well, I'm doing play-by-play later, but not the first day.
You're
the
not
first
doing
day
the
I'm
Wemby
doing
game.
I'm doing the first 2 games of the day, and then Cass is doing the second 2.
Okay,
games.
got it.
I'll just tell you right now. He's got to play.
Yep.
The whole world is watching.
Yep.
And frankly, if he doesn't score 100 points, it's a disappointment. I mean, come on, let's face it. I mean, right?
Kind of right.
I mean,
Right.
It is
you
true.
know,
He's been built
Yeah.
up
Right.
to
That's
an
right.
unbelievable
He better not
degree.
get 10 points tomorrow.
I mean, the first words I think I've heard out of this kid's mouth are about Britney Spears.
Yeah.
How awesome is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that wasn't his fault.
No,
No,
it's
it
great,
wasn't
though.
his fault.
Drama,
It was
though.
not his fault.
But
No.
what? I mean, even if you were doing this game, what would you say? What do you think of the Spurs security guy who roughed up?
Well,
Britney
that would have to
Spears?
come up in the broadcast portion of it at some point. May not ask him, but it would come up. Yes, absolutely.
How many,
George,
how many
George.
games is he?
You know that if you ask the Spurs, if you can ask.
Oh, they're going to say no,
They're
right?
gonna
But
say
that's
no.
why you
Don't ask. Don't
But
ask.
that's
somebody
but that's why-
higher in the food chain than George, me, Cassidy, any on-air person is going to have this conversation.
And here's the reality.
Yeah.
The reality
With the
is,
league, by
hey,
the way.
this
Yeah,
is
I agree with you.
There's an outstanding criminal complaint here. We're not going to talk about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're right. That's the political cover they need.
Yeah.
George, how many games is he going to play in the summer league?
Oh, I would guess just the one.
What?
The phrase I heard was 1 or 2.
That's
One
it?
game, 100 points. Everybody.
I mean, listen,
Right.
I
That's
would.
it, I'm good.
I have the Scoot game, so if he wants to play on Sunday, I'm totally in on that. You know what I mean? So
He's
Well,
got
I
to play
can't-
more than one. You think the NBA would tell him he's got to play at least 3?
No way.
first
Pepe?
2 and that's it.
Two.
I mean, Michael, he just finished
Two
playing.
max.
Like,
Yeah,
you know,
he's-
he's 19.
He's in good shape. He's in good shape, Michael.
Yeah, he's 19 years
Yeah.
old. He ain't
He's fine.
tired.
Right.
You started the load management already?
Yeah.
well,
George
I'm
managing
not. I'm
Wemby.
not the one starting it. Who was the team that started it?
San Antonio.
Thank you.
But think about it.
That's
This
the right
is-
answer.
This is basically for players who are trying to make their
Right,
name and
yeah.
trying to get on the radar.
doesn't need that.
Wemby
Yeah.
doesn't need that.
This
I
shows
bet
off
you
the first
Scoot
round
only
picks,
plays
too.
a couple of games too, 2 or 3 max.
Now, if you interview him, George, at some point, will you call him Wemby?
You know, on the way out, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Because now I have to reach that point. Like with Nicola, I used to call him Nicola until he and I did enough with each other where I was like, I would call him the Joker. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, I think you gotta get to that point, Mace.
Does
So, you know,
Wembayana like Wemby as a nickname?
I don't know. That's a good
calling
question.
him.
Good question. You
Hey,
should ask him
George.
that. You should ask him
that.
Ask him
Yeah.
if he speaks Spanish.
See.
I will ask him that because you know Luca speaks fluent Spanish.
know.
So
I know, his
some of
English
these
is
guys
damn
in
good.
different countries speak Spanish.
So, guys, we had a number of Lakers on today. I'm sure you heard that, right?
Yeah, loved it.
I heard you guys with Taurean Prince.
Okay, you
talking about
needed-
his Baylor loss against Yale.
You needed to
I love that.
hear my question with Rui Hachimura, which I'm getting so much crap about.
What did you do?
I asked, well, his grandfather was apparently a big baseball fan, and his name, Rui, translates as base in like a first base, second
Yeah.
base. So I asked him about this, and then I said, is your grandfather still with us? He said
Oh,
no.
no. Oh, God.
And then I said, did your grandfather ever get to see you play in the NBA? And he said, no, my grandfather's been gone for a long time. So a lot of people on Twitter are saying, are you going to ask him about dead grandmothers? what about dogs that died during your
I
childhood?
mean, listen, John is usually the grief eater. He loves death talk around here.
Well,
So
thought
I mean,
maybe
I'm
his
stunned that you
grandfather
took that
was
mantle.
proud.
You know,
I mean, I didn't know. I didn't know.
It's so uncomfortable. I had this one time I was interviewing this guy, and he just had a baby, and I'm like, hey, man, congratulations on the baby. How's mom doing? I thought that was an innocent question. How's mom doing? He goes, well, you know, she died. And I go, what?
Oh, my
Wait,
God.
Wait, what?
way.
And he's like, yeah, my mom died like 6 months ago. I'm like, no. I was talking about the mom who had the
Right.
baby.
I
Like,
understood what you were saying.
I mean, it was like that really uncomfortable train wreck. Like, whoa, I got to hear what happens here because there's some real uncomfortable silence going on.
All right, there
dumbass.
is a bunch of silliness on the way.
Yes.
And then Sedano's going straight to Vegas.
Stupidity
to Vegas.
is coming up
straight
next.
to the tables.
I look forward to my package from the Green Cross of Torrance
Tuesday.
on
We're
Tuesday.
going. We're going tonight.
Excited about that. Live appearance, Morales and Scott Kaplan appearing at the Green Cross.
Yeah, be there
in
about
Torrance.
7:30.
Wait,
About
real quick,
7:30.
John, did they show you their event space?
Their event
He's so
space,
done
the
with
Green
you.
Cross.
He's already
he
taken his
left?
headphones off.
John's
They
left.
have an event space not too far away where they have events. Mace, that
Oh,
might
wait, I
entice
did see
you.
that. Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
it's not huge, but it's nice.
You should do the Culture Pop podcast from there.
Live.
Yeah, you seriously, Mace?
Yeah, I
Oh,
should
you
do
could.
it. I
You
should
could.
do it.
It'd be perfect for you.
All right. That's it. I'm done.
Bring Brian Cranston.
See you guys
Yeah,
Saturday.
sure. Michael Thompson, look forward to seeing you Saturday. Pepe,
Thank you very
great
much.
seeing
Pepe,
you.
don't get lost.
We're back tomorrow at 1. In the meantime, Shadano and Cap with tons of stupidity on 710 ESPN.